We'll see where it takes us. But otherwise, as always, I'm not alone. I'm not alone here. I am joined by the one, the only, the hero of the wasteland, the savior of esports. It's Koopa. Hello, Koopa. Yeah.
So much power
Beautiful.
in those stick arms.
Yes,
Look at those stick arms.
Yeah. Well, you had to
Sticks.
hydrate first. You had to hydrate before you flex.
Literally, as I was doing that, I was actually drinking tea myself, so you know.
Yeah. It's very fitting, very fitting.
Okay.
I was just letting everyone know that, of course, when it comes to the MSQ, we're currently peaking, kind of. We're at a high point, regardless. Like the quality of the writing here is
Stormblood, yes.
Yeah, so it's still very low. It's
I mean, yeah, it's not that bad, but like we still have some concerns, but there are some good things happening.
it's better. It's better than 4.1. Like 4.1 was actually just god awful. So far, 4.2 has gotten better. But I get we'll see how it lands. Like we'll see how it ends, right? Like it has potential, but we'll see where they take the story.
But that's kind of what I'm saying. That like it's like we still have concerns about certain things, but like there are some like parts that are actually genuinely really good. So yeah. Hopefully it's getting better.
Exactly. We spoke about the meeting that they had, the negotiations, the interplay between Hien and Zuko. Yeah.
Yes, Zuko. Since we call Yotsu Azula, then obviously Asahi has to be Zuko. Everything checks out.
Exactly.
It almost seems like that was an inspiration.
It was time, plenty of food. Well, I hope you recover from your food coma, Werehog. Hope you recover.
Nice, still asleep.
But very quickly, Gopa, if you want, you can sit down for this. Rudy as well. Hello, Rudy. I just finished the Stormblood class quest for the Dark Knights, which was actually really good. It's actually, I think I would say so far the best class quest.
This is story time.
I think it's been the best Stormblood class quest that I've done so far. I think there've been some pretty good ones. Like the Bard one was pretty good. The Paladin one was okay. The Warrior one was fun. More than anything. But yeah, the Dark Knight one was actually really good. So very quickly here, because I know that Koopa hasn't played the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight class is almost said like the Antichrist. Not quite. It's like the Dark Knight class is like the anti-C, if that makes any sense. Because it's based in Ishgard, right? The class originates from Ishgard, and if you remember, the Holy See, especially in Heavensward, obviously it's changing, but in Heavensward was giga corrupt, right? It was like insanely corrupt, and they were like funneling funds and money into like their own agenda, right? So when it comes to like taking over and all that stuff, like there was some crazy shit happening in Stormblood, sorry, in Heavensward with the Holy See. And the Dark Knights, they are very, it's this kind of like ideology which is like hyper selfless, and it's all about just helping those that can't help themselves, right? And the thing about Ishgard is that there's similar but very different to Ul'dah, but like there's like obviously a big class disparity, right? And there's like a lot of, especially in the slums, like there's a lot of poverty. There's a lot of people that are like freezing to death in the winter and stuff like that. Like they can't fend for themselves, and there's like a big gap in between like the highborns and the lowborns. So the Dark Knights, and there's only a handful of them. They like put it upon themselves to help those that are in need, to the point of like even putting their lives above ours, right? Like to the point of like almost like self-harm, like to the point where like you just it's all about helping people, right? It's all about helping those in need. Like I don't know, when it comes when it comes to like justice, right? Like if someone is being like abused, if someone is being like taken advantage of, then you'd step in to like help them, right?
Yeah, so you basically mean like battle wise, not like, I don't know, they take off like the cloak from their back and they just give it to someone.
Like battle wise for the most part. So it's like Dark Knight sounds like evil, but it's more like it was a name given to them from the Holy See as well. Like the Holy See gave them that name. So there's like some interplay there. but yeah, it starts and based in Ishgard. It's got its own quest line, obviously, in Heaven's Word. But coming to Stormblood, it all begins where you meet up with your Dark Knight compatriot, your partner, your equal. And he's like, "Hey, it's been a while. Let's like patrol the city. Let's like, let's patrol the city. Let's see if anyone needs our help. Let's see what's going on." And you go for like a bit of a lap around Ishgard, and you end up settling around the Count's Manor. I forgot. It's a Forton Manor.
Forton, yeah.
The upper part of Ishgard, and I think you start a conversation with the other Dark Knight, and he's like, "Hey, like you're like close with the family here, right, or something?" And you're like, "Yeah, but like, I kind of miss them, but like, we're needed elsewhere, right? Like it's." Well, we're close with the family here, but like there's other things that are kind of like going on and stuff, and with the hero of it all, yeah, right, with the warrior of light, so we have other things that we have to attend to where we can't necessarily, be here, even if we want to be here. In that moment, your soulstone cracks. And you sense that like you just lost like a bunch of ether. And you're trying to figure out what's going on, and then you get reports of like a kid showing up and doing some weird stuff elsewhere, like in the city. So you have to find out what's going on. There's like a I say kid, he's like maybe like a teenager, but you find out that he took your ether, and what he did was, I think I wrote down some notes here. So he stole your ether, and because you can track your ether, like where it went, and who took it, and it leads to him. And he's like, and he tells you that he just wants to help someone. Just trust him. Like let me help this person. You're like, okay, like I kind of have to, right? If I want to get my ether back, like I kind of get our ether is kind of being held hostage by this kid. And he said that he'll give it back, but he needs to help someone first. And he goes to.
How can a kid even do that?
Yeah, you find out. It's very mysterious initially, but he goes to this lady, and you find out she's actually her cousin was one of the Knights of the Heaven's Word, which, if you remember, they were the big head knights with the Pope, right? Like they killed Harshaphon's. The Knights. He was one of the Knights of the 12. And after what happened in Heaven's Ward, obviously, everyone knows that the Knights of the 12, were traitors, right? Like that they kind of abused their position, and they even, if you remember, they even like turned themselves into like primals. You remember there was that raid where like they like infused themselves with like ether, and they became like these massive like night creatures, and we ended up killing them. But one of them was her cousin, and she's like. And her family reputation is like ruined now, and she's like, look, I know that what the Holy See was bad, but like I know my cousin, like he was a good person, like he was a good guy, and I can't believe like what he did, or like there must be a reason for what he did or stuff. Like I have like I need to do something for him because he's not with us anymore. He's dead, and she wants to like try to honor his name or try to make up for his name in some way, and she wants to do right by him, even though she knows that like maybe he did something wrong. Like he's still family, right? And like she wants to do something for him, and she's like distraught, and she's got all this shit going on, and the kid ends up manifesting her cousin, one of the Knights of the 12. And to have a conversation with her, to tell her that it's okay, that like
isn't it just
like,
a primal then?
Kind of. There is a difference though, because if you remember, the primals are based off of memory, but even then, like if you remember what the primal did with the Namai, like it was like a husk, it was like a thrall, it was like an empty shell, but like this one was actually like talking to her and like was manifested from her memories. So from her memories and from her perspective, like he was just remanifested. And he only lasts a little bit, but like he lasts long enough to try to give her closure, to like tell her that like it's okay, like, you know, that he's sorry for what he did and that she needs to move on and like and do right by herself and you know, like he's in a better place, like that sort of thing, right? Like where it's almost like therapy, right? But like, you know, using the memories of her cousin to like speak to her and give her closure in some way. I believe, if I remember correctly, she doesn't realize that it's not him. So we kind of like fake it a little bit that like she's like, you have to leave. You know, if like Sir Amric and if like if the guards find you, they're gonna imprison you. They're gonna kill you, right, for what you did. Like you have to get out of here. So we're like, okay, well,
So she believes that he's alive.
Yeah.
I thought that she like believed that it was a ghost actually showing up.
No, she didn't. No, because like he summons him like off screen, like to bring him in basically. And then we sneak him out, and then after we sneak him out of Ishgard, like he dissipates and turns into ether, and then you get your ether back, right? So basically, like every time this happens, once it dissipates, like you get your ether back. Like that's, again, the kid is like using your ether to do this, or was part of your ether from the soul crystal. And then you have like this big conversation about like, what are you doing? Like this isn't real. And he's like, I know, but like I'm helping these people. Like I want to help these people in whatever way that I can, and even if it isn't real, like to give her like closure and stuff like that. Like it's my way of helping people. And that's like the first kind of like little arc. And it was interesting, you know, hearing from that like side of things. From there, you end up going to the Dravanian Forelands to Tailfeather. Now this one was crazier. It was a throwback because you go there and he's like this kid is looking for other people that are like in a really rough place that could benefit from maybe hearing from someone that died, from someone that was lost. And in Tailfeather, you find this woman who is imprisoned, quote unquote imprisoned. She's kind of like, she's doing community service. Like she was imprisoned in Ishgard, and she's there and she's doing her time. She's working and trying to help out in Tailfeather. You find out that she's being abused by her like keepers because of what she did. And who this person is, this is the girl who poisoned us in Heaven's Ward. Remember when we went to the tavern, we got poisoned by this lady, and then she went crazy and rioted, and she was the reason why she was trying to like break the peace pact between ourselves and the dragons. No, she's the girl that ran out in front of everyone and that got shot by the arrow. Remember?
I vaguely remember something like that. I forgot that we got poisoned.
No, because remember we go to the tavern.
Yeah,
it
was
happy.
in Falcon's thingy, Falcon's Nest.
Yeah, in Falcon's Nest. Yes. Remember, everything's like happy. We go to the tavern, we get some food, and we're getting ready to like, you know, to unveil the statue that was made with the human and Dravonian like unity sign and symbol. And you remember like there's like this sect of people that like want to make sure that doesn't happen because they're like, you know, they have
I would say
loved one killed by the
sending her to
dragons.
Dravania is pretty funny. It's pretty mean.
And remember, it was it the younger brother that ordered the kid to like shoot her?
I don't remember.
Remember, like she was up there saying that, like, you know, when I think
the other guy
did Elaine shoot her, or did he order? I think he ordered her to be shot. Remember, because he was freaking out. I can't remember if it was Elaine or one of the others.
I know that he was present for the events because he had like a big like freak out there because I think Honorant had got hurt in the process.
That was after. But yeah, he got hurt. Yeah. That was afterwards. But yeah, she didn't die if you remember, but she got shot. She got shot like in the shoulder with an arrow, and everything. And that's her. And so that's her again. And because of what she did, like her keepers are like abusing her. They're just treating her poorly while she's like doing her sentence. And if you remember, because we saw because of the because of the echo, we saw from her perspective back in Heaven's Ward that her husband had died. Her husband died fighting the Dravanians, and then we saw her like rally other villagers and stuff and be like, yeah, fuck the Dravanians, like we're not gonna have peace with them and all this stuff. So we find her, and she's all like depressed and stuff, and the kid ends up manifesting her husband, her dead husband. Yeah. Instantly, she knows that it's not real. Like unlike the last one, like she's like, look, I see what you're trying to do. I get it. Like, stop. She's like, this. I mean, like,
the thing
but she also says like, I understand. Like, I was just. She is like introspective. Like she says like, look, I was just really upset and sad. Like I lost my husband. He died fighting like the Dravanians. I understand now clearly that peace is possible because everything that happened since. Like I get it. Like I'm sorry for what I've done. You don't have to do this. And then the husband dissipates and she walks away. And the kid like breaks down and he's like, I don't understand. Like I'm trying to help these people, and I can't, right? And we're like, yeah, this is not what you should be doing. Like, like you can't do this. Yeah, you're like this. There's a time and place sort of thing, and sometimes like you have to approach things in a different way, right? Like this isn't working. This isn't moral. This isn't ethical, right? Like manifesting like dead people to speak to their loved ones, especially if they like. Yeah.
Because I was gonna say that, like, for the cousin, he could probably get away with it because I assume, like, she doesn't have as much connection with the cousin, like, because she mostly, like, heard of him. And, like, for a husband, like, she probably knows him well enough that she would be able to tell that he doesn't, like, speak like him or anything.
Yeah. Well, he would speak like him because it's from her memories, right? Like, but she knows that he died. Like, she knows that. I think after that, we end up going to the Moogle area, and he ends up.
Why are you traveling with him though?
To get our ether back, because when he dissipates, we get our ether back, right? Like we just want our ether back. That's all we want.
Okay, so he just wants to go
holding
places.
Our ether hostage. He wants to go places and help people, and we just want our ether back. So we're just following to help along. When we go to the Mog home place. Our Dark Knight companion, the person that like has been teaching us his ways and stuff, he has his own backstory as well that I can't get too into because most of it I have forgotten. But he has his own like his own inner like trauma and his own inner stuff, and the kid ends up manifesting his old master to talk to him, and because his old master died, passed away. Before he could really like tell him everything he needed to know, or at least he feels that way. So they have a conversation. It's very fourth wall in the sense that like, because he knows that his master's not really there. His master as well like tells him like, hey, like I'm from your own memory, so I can't tell you things that you don't already know.
Yeah, because like, exactly, like there's what's the point?
But like that's why it's like a bit of a therapy session where he's like, hey, look, like even though I passed away, like I taught you everything that you really need to know, and know that like you're a good fighter, you're doing just things, like you can do things yourself. Like I didn't have anything to teach you. Then they have like one final fight, and then that kind of ends that. Then we go to Garabania. This was also very interesting. We go to Garabania. Which is, the outskirts of Alamigo. And we find a guy who we had helped before. He's like dying in a cave. And you find out that he's an NPC that we helped. I can't remember if it was a part of an MSQ or a side quest, but we helped him in Quarry Mill in South Shroud. Apparently he tells us like, hey, we met before. You gave me medicine. I didn't take it. Like I had a friend and I gave the medicine to him instead, and he got better, and he was well. But what happened was he went to work for Griffin, the Griffin, if you remember the Griffin. And he's like, it's ironic that he died at the castrum. He died in the beginning of Stormblood there, like almost everyone else. And now he's gonna die, and he outlived him even though he's still sick, and he has regrets, of course. He's like, I didn't know that he was going to like be that extreme. Like I tried to stop him from joining the Griffin, but he couldn't be stopped. Like he wanted to help Alamigo in his own way, and he even says like he even said that when he heard that the Warrior of Light was going to stop the Griffin, like his friend was scared, and because he wanted to like do what was right, but he was conflicted because the Warrior of Light helped him as well, obviously, like inadvertently and all this stuff. And his friend was actually the Griffin replacement. If you remember, initially there was like a fake Griffin who was like impersonating him. That was his friend. Like that was his friend. And he died and he passed away, and all he wanted to do was to like bring back Alamigo and save his people, and we did it, but he didn't get to see it, right? So then the kid like manifests his friend, and he's like, look, I can't help you, I can't save you, but I'll take him to Alamigo, I'll take him to Rag's Reach, I'll take him to Alamigo so he can see his people liberated. Like I think and I'll promise that I'll show your friend this. Which is kind of weird because obviously it's not his friend, it's like the memory of his friend, but he's like taking the memory of his friend to see like what his people had accomplished, right? But the ether manifestation of his friend is tied to the guy himself, and we're escorting the memory of his friend to Rauga's Reach. But on the way he dies, like on the way the memory like dissipates, and that tells us that the guy died, like in the cave, like he passed away, like before his friend could get there, and the kid's like he's all fucked up, like it's like I can't even I can't even do this, like I want to bring peace of mind to these people, and I can't even do this, like what can I do?
I would say though that kind of sucks that like we saved that guy. He's like, no, yeah, I'm just gonna waste it. Okay.
Well, like the guy in the cave, he was gonna die anyway. Like the way that he made it sound like we couldn't help him regardless. He was basically on his deathbed. It was just like his final like wish, right?
I thought that was the whole point of us getting the medicine, was that he was able to be healed.
Yeah, but he gave it to someone else though.
Yeah, right? But that's my point. That like instead of like taking the thing that we specifically made for him, he gave it away.
Yeah. And obviously he has regrets about that. So the memory dissipates, the guy dies, and we part ways from there. Then we find and he told us as well that like there's one more memory to go before you get all your ether back. Like it's almost done. So we part ways. We agree to return to Ishgard. We get to Ishgard with our Dark Knight partner, and the kid isn't there. And he's like, this motherfucker. He played us, didn't he? And then he's like, no, you know what? We've traveled, we've talked. Like, he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll wait a couple of days. We'll give maybe something.
My prediction is the kid himself not actually real.
We'll get there.
Yeah, let's just say my prediction.
So then we get into the final quest. The kid never showed up. So we go to Rauga's Reach to look for him because that was the last place that we separated. And you're asking around for the kid. You find out that a bunch of chocobo had been killed. But they weren't. They were quote unquote killed. We know they were killed. They were found dead, lifeless, without any outside injuries, and you find out that their ether had been like sapped away, right? Someone had taken their ether, and it's like, okay, it's probably the kid, right? Like he went to the stables, he killed all these chocobo, he was seen headed towards the peaks. We're gonna go chase him down. We have to figure out what's going on, like what's happening. You meet up with him, and the kid, he's lost it. He's like, look, I found I've been clearly what I'm doing isn't working. I know what I need to do. I'm gonna bring back everyone. right? His plan is to bring back everyone who has died, and to do that, he needs a fuck ton of ether. So he's just gonna go and like collect a bunch of ether, and try to resurrect everyone that's died, and bring about a world without any death, basically. And we're like, "Wait, you're crazy."
But it's all from memories, right?
Yeah, all from memories from those who are alive. So we step in to stop him, and in doing so, we fight. He ends up summoning people from our memories, and he summons Ilbert, he summons Livia, the girl from the menagerie, you know, from the Praetorium, from the menagerie, you know, the Guardian in all white armor. Yeah, he summons her. He summons the guy that's technically we can't fight anymore, but he was one of the main scenarios that was like one boss. It was like one boss. Remember, it was a fight in, I think it was in La Nocia, but it was like a one boss fight that whenever we did roulette, we'd hope we'd land on him. This is before
the big guy.
Yeah, the big guy. Yeah, they summoned him. We beat them, and then he summons the Warriors of 12, like the Heaven's Guard. He summons them, and he summons, and this confirms what you thought before, the Warriors of Darkness. They're dead. Like if you remember, like I thought that they had been teleported back to their realm, but no. Like this kind of confirms that they died, and he like
I was
summons
right.
them.
No, I mean again,
like,
what they said seemed pretty final.
Yeah. So that's like confirmation. Like he summons them, and he ends up summoning something that I kind of left out. He ends up summoning Frey. Frey, he's the original Dark Knight that your soul stone belonged to. When he died, you found his corpse in the broom in Ishgard. That's how you become a Dark Knight. Is you take his soul stone. He summons him, but he turns on the kid. Like he's like, what you're doing is fucked up. Like I'm a Dark Knight. Like
another Dark Knight. Oh no.
Yeah, he willfully like opposes the kid, and together you like fight him, and stop him. And when you beat him, the kid turns into ether. Like the kid wasn't real. You find out that what the kid was, it was you. Like your soul. He didn't sap either from your soul stone. He came from your soul stone. Apparently, the kid was the Warrior of Light's manifested guilt from all because there was a bunch of dialogue as well leading up to it about like, you know.
Wait, so how do you find this out?
Which he said himself during the final confrontation about like calling us like a murderer, like we've killed so many and for what, right? Like some of them we didn't even have to kill, and you find out that it's basically guilt surrounding like the people that you had killed so far in your journey, and those that had passed away, whether it's the Warriors of Darkness, whether it's the people at the Holy See, whether it's Ilbert as well, like all these people that have died like during the story, like it's like that guilt of all those dead like manifested into this kid, wanting to like bring them back, and like it's basically all just like inner conflict within yourself, like about like what you're doing, whether it's like the right thing, whether it's the wrong thing, and like trying to like deal with that.
I would say I don't think killing the Warriors of Darkness was particularly bad. That's the thing. I don't think we care about them at all.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, they weren't necessarily bad people. They were maybe selfish, right? They were doing what they could in their situation.
Yeah, but they also wanted to die in a way.
Yeah. So I mean, they died for their.
Yeah, no, but what I mean is that like they were at peace at that, because they said they were basically like souls that cannot die, and like they didn't want that.
I think the idea was like whether or not there was like another way to like end the conflict, right, without killing them. So you find out it was all just from your soul stone, and then you end up going back to Ishgard, back to Fortom Manor, where it all started, and the Count is there. And and he speaks to you, and he's like, "Hey, like, it's good to see you. Like, you know, you're basically family, and you're always welcome here. And I understand that like you don't have time to like come to the manor and to spend time with us and to spend time with my sons, and just know that like we're proud of you. That Harship would have been proud of you. Like you're doing so much more, right, than even just helping Ishgard. Like we know that like you're out there doing other things, and like you're helping the realm. And again, like you're like a son, and you know, like I wish you the best. And like that's kind of like how it ends. It was just, which is nice. It was just, it's like it all goes like full circle. It's
Yeah,
like
that's true.
closure, and it feels like an inner like personal, like it's meant to be like interpersonal conflict between like your character, and what's happened so far in the story. And yeah, it was surprising because it was like like this. I know, and it was shot really well. There's some nice cinematics as well when it came to like a lot of the fights and stuff. And it was like, you know what, this would have been nice like during during the MSQ. Like it feels like very. It's like a personal story, like a personal journey.
Yeah.
So
More
than
personal to your character than like the world.
Yes, very much so. Which was surprising. It was good. So it was
And
nice.
also, I like that they keep emphasizing that Ishgard is our home.
Yeah,
Other than like Gridania.
Just specifically because of what happened in Ishgard, right?
Yeah.
Because what happened with
We have a family
Harshafont
there.
and yeah.
But you know what would be fun? I assume that, I mean, that would probably require some work, so they wouldn't do that. But you know what would be fun? If the kid was the same race as you. So it was actually like you, but younger. That would be fun, but that would require a lot of like setup.
I'm gonna send you some of the screenshots. Hold on.
Okay.
From the end. Well, there's one's from Count N1. Rare though I expect it will be in the days to come, but your destiny was never to remain here, was it? Though a part of me wishes that you would. And then the next one was, you'll always have a place here, Light, for your family. Now go. Do not let me keep you from your labors. The world waits for none, not even you. Like that's what it's like. It was like it's like some nice closure with you, with the Count, with Fort Toms. I was like it was again like a surprisingly like personal story.
I want to say that makes me want there to be like some kind of activity you can do at the manor that like you can like come back every now and then and like I don't know, like play games with like Emmeline or something, like have something that you can like do at the manor like after you complete Heavensward. Maybe instead of an inn room you can actually get a room in the manor. Just saying.
Yeah, that would be nice. That'd be nice.
Like it would be nice if you could actually like interact with the manor other than just sitting there.
It'd be nice because I don't think there's an inn room in Foundation, right? In Ishgard.
There is. I think there is. Is there? I think
No,
there is.
in the tavern there's. Are you sure? If there is, I've never been in there. But
I'm not sure.
it would be nice if they locked it behind the manor instead.
Yeah, that would be nice if you could just have a room in the manor, because you are family.
Yeah.
But again, it would also be nice if you could like have some like mini games, maybe like so like I don't know, you play cards with someone, like just some kind of way you can socialize with them after like the main story is over. Yeah, I also thought there was one. I thought there was one in Ishgard.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But yeah, so the Dark Knight Quest was really good. Really good. Do you recommend it? Just because it's like a personal journey. And because of that, I feel like it's better than anything in 4.0. Like it was like it was it's nice, especially because it goes over like some of the things that you've done and even done in Stormblood as well. To be fair, with what happened with Ilbert as well, but like it goes over all of that, so it's like yeah, it feels important to the character. Feels important to the main character to go through. Yeah, it's good. That's good.
It's I'm like trying to think, and like, because you said that like the like characters the kids summoned were like Ilbert and like, you know, the Knights 12 and stuff like that, and I'm trying to think, weren't there like characters that we would genuinely like felt bad about killing, which would be a more like, you know, a stronger point? I'm pretty sure there were some that like, you know, we didn't want to kill, but like we had to for one reason or another.
Maybe. Trying to I can't remember any like big prominent ones. The only one that I can think of is like Omega, but like I'm pretty sure Omega happened after this.
Yeah.
Because Omega was post-patch. I would say the Warriors of Darkness, just because they weren't necessarily evil.
Yeah. But I just like I don't feel bad like I don't feel bad about like Ilbert dying. So like it's not like a strong point, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was when we were like listing like who he summoned, I was honestly expecting you to just summon Harshaphon and be like, yeah, he died because of you. Like, you know, just drill it in.
I think that would have been a really strong end.
It would be really strong, yeah. Because that is something that actually like, you know, mattered for our character.
Yeah, I agree. That would have tied out, especially because the questline ends with the Foretold Manor.
Yeah. Yeah, and you said that specifically that the Count mentions Harshaphon.
Yeah.
I miss him. That is like the one character that actually like affected me in a way in Final Fantasy, I think. Like I don't like like any other character that has permanently died, because there aren't many of those. Like they weren't like that close to us, so like it's whatever. Harshaphon is probably the only one.
Yeah, like we never go close to there's like Isael, right? There's like we never go close to Moonbreeder.
No, we never got to, but like Isael, like, you know, even though we knew Isael, it was like it was not so personal, to put it that way.
Yeah.
Like we respected her and stuff, and like you know, we liked her story. Her story was interesting, but like we weren't like personal friends kind of thing. Where Harshaphon was directly like our best friend. So like it was still unfortunate, don't get me wrong, and like, you know, I think
the omens who killed him would have been Estinian, but he didn't die. Right, we brought him back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying of the people who actually died.
Yeah. So before we start the quest, I'm gonna go give the bunnies their bucket. It's BRB.
It's a nice dragon, Soko, very fiery. Ah, okay. That makes a lot of sense then, Soko. For those who do not see the chat, Soko is saying that the person who wrote the Dark Knight storyline was in charge of Shadowbringers. So yeah, that actually explains a lot. If like this is the style of writing they have, and people like, from what I heard, a lot of people think Shadowbringers is really good. So that makes a lot of sense. Guess we'll see how it goes. But with that, we will be back to Stormblood now. We are back to Doma. And as we said in last stream, like it's funny because you know in the main expansion story, like Hien was an okay character, but like he had a lot of flaws, like very apparent flaws. But in the post patch, Hien has been actually pretty good. Like he actually has impressed us recently. So our opinion on him definitely has improved. We'll see how it goes. He still was awful to the Aura people, though. Just saying. I am not forgetting that. Oh boy. As I said, Soko, like the post patch has been getting better, so we'll see. We'll see if we can end on a high note here. Rudy, you're going on an adventure. This will be very dangerous, so you need to hold your present tight, okay? You need to hold the box, don't drop it. So if you drop it, it may end up in the lava. Oh, Rudy! I said don't drop it. Yes, Rudy insisted to go on this adventure. Because, you know, it's still starlight time. So he has to be present. Why the bunnies are getting their bucket? And by bucket we mean a bowl of hay. Which they really like. It's pretty funny because it's exactly the same hay as everywhere else they have. But you know, it's in a different container, so clearly it must be better.
Ah.
Welcome back.
Since the person who wrote the Dark Knight storyline was in charge of Shadowbringers. So what you're saying is they do change head lead writers. Okay. Who was the head lead writer of Stormblood?
You mean their names, yeah?
No. I know.
Oh, no.
Make sure they never work again.
Oh no.
But like it was really well done. It was really well done. Storyline. Can. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Alice.
I couldn't say if Tsuyu's predicament is the will of the kami, but Kosetsu certainly seems convinced.
I just realized Tsuyu is like the second half of her name.
Yes, okay. Yes, it is. That's why I'm saying it's literally just a short name.
So instead of Azula, it'd be like La
Zula.
Or Azul?
Yeah, Zula.
Okay, Hakura. It would seem Lord Hien has at last reached a decision. The uncertainty in his eyes has given way to resolve. Avino. I had no idea Yotsuyu's return weighed so heavily on Lord Hien's mind.
Okay.
Lord Hien has at last reached a decision. With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. Okay.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all, if her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
So, okay, Hien or Yugiri, guys. Okay, real talk. You were not born yesterday. You don't trust this guy, so before he goes to meet anyone, you take all his weapons.
I mean, I would hope that that's like implied. Like, it's gonna be stupid if he goes there, you find out he killed his sister, and he just, like, stabbed her or something. Yeah, like that'd be just stupid. But yeah.
I did find hilarious the delivery on the line. How dreadful! It was so emotionless. There was nothing.
He was like,
in there.
oh no.
Like, oh no, what a shame, what a tragedy. Like, wow, you really care, don't you?
I think this is a really. So I was curious to see what his reaction was going to be. Zuko's reaction. It's interesting that he agreed to the terms.
Yeah.
Which bodes well for the character. I'm still very much so on the fence about morally how right is it for us to keep this person away from her family. Like, it's like it's kind of weird because I guess the assumption is that if we gave her up that they'd kill her.
Yeah.
But like, we don't know that, and it's also her family that's asking for her as well. Technically they should have that authority.
On
right?
one hand, you say that, but on the other hand, we also know from history that her family themselves abused her, like, over her entire life.
Sure.
She was literally sold for money.
Yeah.
So it's
but,
like,
that
do you
doesn't-
return her to the abuser, kind of thing?
But we're not though, because we're returning her to her brother.
But
I'm assuming her
but
father's
that's
dead.
exactly my point. Like, is the brother like just, you know, the PR speaker of the family, or is he just like another party? That's exactly the problem that we don't know.
That's the thing though. Like, would the stipulation be like, if given enough time and if her brother earns our trust, do we then give her up to
I
her
would,
brother? Like,
yeah.
if we
If
feel
he earns our
confident-
trust, yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, like I would as well, right? Like that, I do think that makes sense. It'd be also a good gesture of goodwill as well.
Yeah, it's just that with the
I don't know
context
if
that we
they
have
plan
right
on
now,
doing
we
that.
cannot say that.
No, you can. As in, that can be part of the negotiations. You can say,
Oh no, fine.
hey, for the time being, yeah, like because she has no memories,
Yeah.
we have her. If she gets them back, you can take her. But at the same time, like if you gain our trust, like if this collaboration, you know, works for some time, then maybe we can talk about like giving you your sister back, right?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, like as a negotiation like tactic as well. Like it makes
Yeah,
sense, right?
because the interesting part, the important part here is that like both Asahi and Hien are kind of like playing open cards. Like they both know exactly
Yeah.
what they're like. There's no like charades
Exactly.
here. That they're like they know that they are negotiating and like this is the point and this is what I mean. Like they're not like
Yeah.
hiding anything.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's what I would want out of this interaction here is Hien saying, hey, we'll give her back to you. Like if everything goes well and if this partnership can work and if we end up progressing, you know, into later stages, then hey, you can have your sister back.
Yeah, like basically we're keeping her like as a ward until
Yes.
we can complete the agreement or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I think I would want that added on because I don't feel comfortable like holding her like indefinitely otherwise, like especially if her brother like proves to be like a good person or
Yeah,
good
no,
intentions
that's fine.
and stuff like that.
And I mean, it's also entirely possible that like her brother like witnesses how like Gosetsu takes care of her,
Yeah,
and then he like realizes that like she would not survive in the empire with what is going on there right now, and like he
Yeah,
decides that she should stay there.
Yeah, that would be the next step. Is that because we're a little bit more open, and ideally her brother sees how she's being treated and sees who she is, and recognizes that who she was isn't there anymore. That he agrees like, hey, she's safer with you. He makes the decision to keep her in Doma because she'd be safer there. Because otherwise, otherwise she'd be killed, right?
Yeah,
It's like a high chance of that.
either
happening.
killed or like. No, yeah, she would probably be killed, but like essentially that like, you know, Empire would like want her, so like they would get her eventually.
He would say that he cannot guarantee her safety.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, basically. And then like he can be like, oh, you know, he went to Doma, but he found out that she was already dead. She was like deadly sick or something. She was already dead or something. And like they never find out that he even found her.
Yeah. Like there's stuff you can do here. See if they do any of it. We'll see. We'll see. But like that would be more interesting to me than us just keeping her.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Especially because like her staying here, like she's also kind of a prisoner because she can never go outside.
Yeah.
she can
cannot
never-
show
she can
herself to
never-
people.
Yeah, she cannot show herself to people. If she were to, she should be killed.
I mean,
Right, like-
we say that. I'm just gonna point out that Fantasias canonically exist in this world.
Nah. If that exists, like nah.
I'm just saying.
Ignore that.
They canonically exist.
Uh-huh.
And we have like 2 in our bag.
Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern. We have to wait. He deserves that much. He, like steps out, wipes his blade of blood.
Yeah. She like collapses to the floor suddenly. Also, Another thing I wanted to mention, clearly he hates Dango. Just want to point it out. It's like, Dango, that's what she likes. Ah. Awful.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine that it would be so joyless. Part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Toyo, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all?
No.
I'm a stranger to her. Not much is clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors are long overdue for a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement, of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I've obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties, and sent here to Yanxia. This will take time, of course. Of course. You may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I'm informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young Dolmens from a band of Kojin sellswords. Not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord. I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Kosetsu. As before, I leave Otsuyu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. Kuro. If Yotsuyu is to remain in Doma for good, we cannot keep her confined to this manor. The people must be made to see that she is no longer the monster they remember.
That's not gonna work. We saw what happened with Fordola. I did. Not gonna happen.
I mean...
Yeah?
They're different people.
Yes, but I still think they would not be able to forgive because of how far Yotsuyu went.
That's the problem. Like, I don't want them to forgive Yotsuyu. They shouldn't. They should not forgive Yotsuyu. Like Yotsuyu, like actual monster, like actual piece of shit.
No, she's kind of like a serial killer kind of thing. Where like you know, she's like gone so far that like you cannot really like forgive them. Like they're not like sorry for killing like 20 people, you know.
Yeah, like it's like I said it before. Like they just
you know,
they just I said it before. They just messed up the backstories. Like for both of them. But even then, that wouldn't fix the situation. But like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like it's obviously they can just write it however they want, and if they want to, they can write the Domin people would forgive. But if they did that, like how bad do they think of the Alamegan people then? Like,
Yeah.
like right? Like, are they really saying that the
I-
Alamegan people are that much worse?
I don't think
as a
Doman.
people, as a culture.
I don't think Doman should forgive though. Like that's the point. Like she does
they
not
shouldn't.
deserve forgiveness, but you know because like it's kind of like she like a prisoner, like somebody who like got
Yeah.
an actual like sentence on him, but like you know he's like
Yeah.
sick, like actually like hospitalized. So like you're not gonna keep him in the cell because he's sick, but like you're also not gonna let him free because he's sick. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I like because I'm trying to think of like what is the correct thing to do. I think the correct thing to do is to keep her confined.
Yes.
Just because like even if you try to spin the idea of like she's not really her anymore, but at the same time she could at any moment regain
She
her
could switch.
memories.
Yeah, she could just switch.
Yeah,
suddenly.
exactly. And you don't want her to be out there.
So she
Like-
like, I would say, you know what? The correct thing to do is increase dango production. Yes. You know how you sent me the Road to Empress, how Jesse played it. You know what they should do? They should give her like a small like mansion and just make her live with Gosetsu there and just like have like guards or servants just like bring them stuff there so they don't have to leave. Just keep them there.
Yeah.
Or like Gosetsu
Yeah.
himself can like go places and like leaving some servant with her. But I think it's safer if he just stays there. Like they just bring them stuff and they just live there in like a small mansion
Yeah.
with a garden. They can just stay there.
But like, then that begs the issue though that I said at the beginning is that, at least in my opinion, I feel like she has to get her memory back. Otherwise, why keep her like why narratively have her and Gosetsu live? Like there has to be some kind of conflict there. Otherwise, why retcon their death if you're not going to do anything with them? Right?
I mean, I
Like,
think. Part of me
unless
thinks
it's
they not
solely because of her brother now being introduced. I guess that could be the reason.
that, but I think it may be just because like they wanted that conflict of like, oh, what are you gonna do with her now that she's like not all day? Like, oh, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna judge her? Maybe they like that's like the whole purpose of her being there. Like maybe there is like no like follow up to this. Maybe she's just there.
Sahi. Sahi is a brand of beer here, by the way.
Yeah. I recognize the name. I'm like, oh no.
My dear sister's memory does not return. I pray you will take good care of her. Maxima. Lord Hien has made a wise decision. Our superiors will be pleased. Yugiri.
I wondered if the sight of her stepbrother might bring Yotsuyu back to her senses, but mayhap nothing will. Nevertheless, we must continue to watch her until we can be certain that her condition is permanent. I mean, memory loss is never like 100% permanent, right? Like, as in, like we have no way of confirming it to be permanent.
The way she makes it sound is like, if at any moment her memory comes back, we have to like smack her head to make sure she forgets again. Like, do we?
Yes.
Is that the plan? Oh no.
She will do it herself as well.
No. Fino. Without the threat of Imperial attack hanging over our heads, we may devote our energies to dealing with the Red Kojin, and then there'll be nothing left to impede Doma's restoration.
Sure.
Let's say.
If only our previous encounters with the Empire had been this cordial. Here's to the future, I suppose.
I was about to say, like, if this works, like, this is a pretty big change in the narrative.
Yeah?
Like, if like negotiations with the Empire is possible.
It's
Yeah.
see the thing is like why? here's my response to that. Why would suddenly Empire not be bloodthirsty? Because that's what they portray them
No,
as.
like I understand why it would right now. As far as we know, this is the first time that the Empire has lost territory, and it isn't. I'm not talking about Doma. I'm talking about Doma and Alamigo at the same
so
time.
basically they
right? Like,
lost and they're
just-
like, okay, hold on.
Well, no, it's they just lost on two fronts at the same time, two big territories, as far as we know, we killed Xenos. Maybe they retcon that, but as far as we know, like Xenos is dead, and it would make sense for the Empire to maybe their goal isn't peaceful negotiations, but it's kind of like what they're forced to do right now in the interim until they can like regroup, recover, and then
yeah, I was gonna say so like they make Doma their ally so they don't have to worry about them.
Yeah, at least until like they can regroup again and then try to dominate again. Like that could be like in my brain, like that makes sense.
Because I guess it doesn't matter that much if like the Empire like works with Doma, because Doma isn't that big, so it isn't like that big of a deal for them.
Yeah, like again, there's only one icon in Doma. Like, yeah. So whether this is permanent or not, like, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the story. The ambassador's airship awaits at Kashan Fulminus. Let us be off.
They walked into the sunset.
The sun is setting.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha. Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the... Reinforcement? No, just one! Cut him down!
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne.
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
So I actually have something to say.
I have a lot to say.
Yeah, I know you have a lot to say. That's why I'm saying, like, I have something because mine is more minor. But this is one of these moments where I would like to be able to choose what my character feels about things, like choose my reaction to things. Because when he said what he said, like they made it like, oh, like she's like angry, she's like upset. I did not feel angry. I felt pity. I was sad for him. I was genuinely sad for him. And I wanted to have that as a response where like he says all that, like he like threatens me, and I'm just like, I pity you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So as soon as they decided to go this route, this feels this is like some heavy like Star Wars sequels vibes. What I mean by that, if you remember, like we never watched Rise of Skywalker, for good reason, but within the Star Wars the sequel franchise, it is known, it is very clear, there was no planning ahead of time. And there were different directors for different portions of the story, different directors for each movie. They all had their own vision. They all had their own idea and plan for the story. They all did things their own way. And because that's very disjointed, and because of that, from movie to movie, there are often a lot of retcons. There are often a lot of changes. There are often a lot of like refocusing and like redirecting the narrative. And it's very jarring. Now, what I mean by that, I think it was already clear. This has solidified the idea that whoever is writing the story for 4.2 is not the same writer as 4.1 or MSQ. Like whoever's directing, whoever's like making the major story decisions and story beats. To me, it's very clear that is the case. You can tell when it comes to the quality of the story writing, but now you can tell when it comes to what they wanted out of the story and out of certain characters. Making the decision here, revealing the backstory of Zuko and the decision to bring back Xenos. In my mind, he has to be back. Like I'm almost convinced that 100% he's alive right now.
They're probably gonna revive him like in their super secret laboratory thingy.
Or maybe he's just alive. I don't know. But like in my mind, whoever is writing the story disagreed with the idea of the initial writing team that they killed him. That's what's happening in my mind. Whoever is writing this, they didn't like that they killed Xenos initially. They didn't like that they killed Gozetsu. They didn't like that they killed Zula. And they, more importantly, they didn't like what they did with Lys and with Fordola. Because if you remember, we spoke about the most interesting part of the MSQ when it comes to Fordola was her relationship with Xenos. And to me, it feels like they're trying to remake that and redo that with the brother, with Zuko. They want to, basically it feels like they didn't like the decision that was made in 4.1 with Fordola and again with the death of Xenos and with the inability of them to follow that kind of like relationship with those two characters. And it's like he wants to redo that. It's like I don't like what they did with the characters here. Let's just try to do it in what I wanted them to do. And that's why it feels very Star Wars, because in Star Wars, like a bunch of decisions were made by one director, and then the next director disagreed with a bunch of the decisions and had to like redo it all and do it all again in the next movie. That's what it feels like here, comparing 4.2 to 4.1 and 4.0. Is that 100%? That's it's the same thing that happened with Star Wars, where whoever's writing this, they disagreed with killing Gosetsu, they disagreed with killing Azula, they disagreed with killing Xenos, they disagreed with what happened with Fordola, and now they're just trying to do it all their way, which for me is fine, but it's also very jarring, and it's not very cohesive because I have to work with the foundation that we're given, which was a bad foundation, right? Like they have the baggage of the previous story beats and the previous decisions made by the previous like directors, and they have to work with like with they have to deal with all that baggage, which is gonna hurt them. Which again, like as we said before, it's hard to swallow the pill and hard to swallow the idea that certain people are still alive, including Xenos as well. But like they clearly were not satisfied with what was done with those characters, and they want to try their version of what should have happened to these characters. So seeing that flashback, at least to me, it feels very apparent that that's the case.
I mean, I just cannot shake off that feeling. Where like I wanted to have a choice here. I wanted to have a response here, because again, like somebody may feel angry, and I think that's fair. Like somebody may be angry at the guy, but because they showed us like the context of what happened, and because we know that he was like sent off to the Empire fairly early, I'm pretty sure that was mentioned as well. Like his perspective on the world seems reasonable for what he knows, to put it that way. So I as my character, I wanted to be calm. To just be like, I am sorry, and just like, and maybe that would make for an interesting response, where like that's not the response he expected. Where like he expected me to like lash out, and like I'm just sorry. Like I just feel bad for him.
Yeah, For me, I just see $4's character. Like I just see like what they could have done with $4, and I mean we'll see in the story. But like if they flesh out the relationship between Xenos and between Zuko, then to me like that just further cements the idea that that whoever's writing this just disagreed with the previous story beats and with the previous decisions of the previous like storytellers. I mean, that's in my mind. That's already confirmed with what's already happened so far, which is bringing back all these characters. Again, it's just them saying no. It's like them saying like, I don't like what was done to these characters. Like I wanna bring it back. I wanna bring it back. I wanna do it all again, and I wanna do it right. Like at least in his mind.
The thing though is, something tells me that we're gonna have to kill Asahi.
Yeah, maybe like,
and that's
like,
disappointing because, as I said, like I actually feel genuinely bad for him, and like I would be fine forgiving him. Obviously, we don't know anything about him, so like it may turn out that he's like way worse person than we know. But like, so far, like he again, his outburst didn't actually anger me. I only felt bad for him.
Yeah, well, that's why like I wanted to figure $4 initially as well, if you remember, because of how they initially wrote her, how again like initially like she was meant to be doing what she believed was the right thing for her people. Here it's obviously different. Here he was raised by like straight up. He was just raised.
I mean,
by
essentially he's like a Garlean because he was raised. He was raised Garlean. So like I can like hold that against him. Like that's how he was raised.
Yeah, exactly. Like as you said, like that's the difference between Zuko and Azula, is that because Zuko was raised by the Garleans, there's like a little bit more understanding as to where his perspective comes from, as opposed to Azula, who's like again irredeemable, right? But
because
at least
because
so far,
Azula
like,
was as far as we know, she was part of the Doman people, and then like she turned on them essentially.
Yeah.
Like she was waiting for her time.
Whereas he was taken as a child and then raised in the Garlean Empire.
So as I said, like with the little context that we have so far, like his feelings make sense that like he would feel that way. So like I don't hold it against it. Like no, like with the context that you have, that seems right. I may not agree with his methods to get there, but like I mean I understand why he would feel that way.
Yeah, and this opens up like a more interesting kind of like a more interesting dynamic if so now we know that he maybe doesn't necessarily want peace, but like he has to, and like the idea of maybe him wanting conflict but like knowing that he can't like outright like do it himself and having that kind of interplay, like that's interesting to me. Like that's interesting as an idea. But we'll see what they do, right? Like they can still fuck it up. Like they but we'll see.
I mean, to be fair, it felt more like, oh, he wants to like lull them into sense of security and then they're gonna attack kind of thing. That's what it felt like from what he said. Which is why I hope, that's really important, I hope in this next dialogue we do warn Hien that this guy cannot be trusted. Like, but I will say, I don't want us to be hostile. That's a very important thing, because with what I said, with like us not having a choice for the reaction, I'm afraid that we're gonna be very hostile. Like, no, this guy is like full of shit. It's like, I want us to be like understanding, but tell Hien to not trust him. Like that you are still playing a game. That he's not like a good kid that you can just trust on his word.
Well, if you remember, like we told him that initially. If you remember, when he asked us our opinion of him, we said like we don't trust him yet. He hasn't earned that. So I would hope that we get another dialogue option here as well.
Yeah, but I just my point is being that like I hope that it's like not just black and white, because often that's the case that like the choices are just black and white. Where like as I said, like I don't think he's like enemy number one kind of person, but like you just should like tread carefully around him.
Yeah. And I do agree. Like, part of me is hopeful that whoever is like making the decisions here understands the problem with killing off characters too soon, and I would hope that they're going to keep this character alive through the expansion, but at least until like we can satisfyingly like wrap up the story that's being told.
I'm just like
because for me, like $4 was a waste. For me, like $4
was a waste. But like
they wasted her.
right now with the experience that we have with Stormblood and like with the way this story has been portrayed so far, I have a feeling that they are gonna, throughout the next like patches, like several patches maybe even, or maybe not, they're gonna like turn Asahi into a monster and we're gonna have to kill him because he's a monster, and that's not what I want.
No, yeah, that's well, exactly. Like that'd just be bad writing, right? Like I would. That's why I'm saying that I would hope that whoever's in charge right now wouldn't do that, and they respect their characters more. I would hope that that's the case.
And
because I want to believe that that's most likely going to happen, just because it feels like whoever's writing this disagrees with the writing of the previous patch and the previous couple of patches.
And I would say that doesn't mean that we have to be friends with him. If he never forgives us, that's also fine. But I don't want to like have to like kill him because he's like, you know, haha evil now.
Yeah.
That would be very lame.
The scene is amazing as a Lalafell, but at the end he kneels down to your level and it looks so awkward you can't take anything he says seriously.
I mean, fair point. To be fair, that's also something that I found very funny when they were like showing the whole like scenery, where like where he says to Hien, oh, like, I want to thank the Warrior of Light personally. And then you see his, like, very obviously very aggressive body language. I'm like, is nobody seeing that, really?
Yeah.
Like, because if he was just standing and, like, talking to us, that's fine. Like, you know, you don't hear the words. But, like his whole body language was, like, incredibly, like, pushy and aggressive. I'm like, okay, I guess that's fine. Why the frown? Did he say something to upset you? Nah, he's just a sad person.
I think as you said, like the emotional disappointment would be more fitting here. Like,
yeah, like disappointed. I mean, I wouldn't even say disappointment, because like disappointment means like, oh, I had hope for you and you disappointed me. Where it's more like, oh, you poor hurt soul kind of thing. Where like, you know, you're not doing good things maybe, but like I just feel bad that you ended up in the place where you are.
You quite well. It looks as if you were about to faint in the ambassador's arms for a moment there. Excuse me.
It is a thing. Like I don't any of the feelings that the characters say I feel. That's bothering me.
Yeah.
I thought perhaps now we could be at ease, but your expression suggests otherwise. What troubles you, Mielikka? Give us a choice. Give us a choice. Give us
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
I want to scream. You know about what?
About what?
Where Hien is like, yeah, besides, it seems like the guy likes me, unlike some of us. And then she's so sad. And like, I'm like, no, she is not sad. She knows exactly what's going on. Like, and if anything, I would see if I was able to pick the response, I would literally wink to Hien at that point. Like, yeah, good one, good joke. Like, because no. See, like that's what I mean. Like, my character
they want to
feels
portray that our
differently
character
than I.
doesn't. 100%. I agree. They're making it look like our character doesn't like that we're working with them, but like that's not how
even
we
that,
feel
like,
we should be.
I think that's not even the problem. Like they portrayed as if our character is very emotional, and anything that happens very much bothers her emotionally. It's like, oh no, he said a bad word to us, like kind of thing, you know. We're like with the like experience that we have throughout like many like battles and like conflicts, and not even like, you know, weapon conflicts, but like conflicts in terms of like negotiations and stuff. We have enough experience to know what this game is, and like we should be more level-headed than that.
We should be more composed. Yeah,
we should be more composed. Or you give us a choice and like let us play the character, because this is supposed to be an RPG, and like it often happens that like I mean, let's be honest, in Final Fantasy XIV, like the choices don't really matter. It's all like flavor text. But then give us that flavor. Let us respond. Let us like give us an option to choose how our character feels about this. Like maybe somebody plays a character that's like more emotional. Maybe somebody plays somebody like who's supposed to be like more stoic. But like we don't get that option. We don't get the choice. And that bothers me a lot for something that's called an RPG. That bothers me.
Yeah.
Because again, so I will like override whatever is happening in the cinematic. In this cinematic, Mielikka literally winks to Hien because that was a good joke. I actually start liking Hien.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
Your line.
It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end?
Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, 'tis possible emotions simply got the better of him. Right, I was about to say that I don't know how Yugiri jumped to the conclusion that he was a disciple of Xenos, where we explained the flashback, and in the flashback he didn't even know who Xenos was.
Yeah, exactly. That was
like,
pretty
that didn't
funny.
make it, that
like,
jumping to that conclusion made no sense based off of the context and what information we provided in that flashback.
Because like Xenos didn't care for him either, so like he may be a fan of Xenos, but like as far as we know, they have no personal
connection. But he didn't even know him. Like he was in awe of his power afterwards. But like Xenos, he was like, oh, okay, like thanks for telling me.
Yeah, he just like moved on. Like he didn't even ask for his name. He has no idea who that guy is.
Exactly. Like there was no indication. Yeah, there was no indication that there was any kind of close connection there. So like we just jumped to that out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Which might, I mean, it might be the case now, but like in the story, like we shouldn't have come to that conclusion yet.
We have no info on that. Also, I don't like that they did call him a monster.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. Yeah.
Like that bothered me because, as I said, like that's not how I feel. But I am at least I'm glad that we told them like the whole story together with the flashback. So, like I was hoping that like maybe they can understand with context, but like clearly some people can't. So you know.
Yeah. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, 'tis possible emotions simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the man who slew his lord will have taken his toll. Again, did we kill him or not? He's saying here that we killed him.
We think they killed him. Like we still have no information otherwise. But I like that Hien is pointing that out. That like he literally just says that his reaction makes sense. I like that Hien is pointing it out.
Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance, and the Guardian prisoners made ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the validity of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Why not here in Doma?
Because, you know, Alfino just wants to chill there at the market and, like, you know, at the bar.
Okay.
He can't drink it because he's underage, but you know.
Likes his hot chocolate.
Yeah, he likes his hot chocolate and dango. Agreed. Between Yotsu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once.
Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I'm not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kugane then. Dataru and the others must know of what transpired here. Yeah, I appreciate that despite what just the revelation here, like, it's like, okay, that doesn't change anything. Like, we're still gonna, like, go through with the negotiations.
Yeah,
we're still going to, like, look towards peace.
Again, this, like, questline makes me, like, more impressed with Hien because he seems more level-headed and actually, like, you know, planning steps and not, like, just judging people by I think they said.
It's two things. It's that, but also I think it's probably just a breath of fresh air after spending so much time with lists in the previous patch. Like, comparing leaders, like, we spoke out of it before, like, even like the scene of them sitting on the ground, like, contextually they are different from each other, even though technically the same thing occurred. Like, it's very different given the context of what happened, like, and the negotiation, the dialogue that's taking place. And what's crazy here as well is that, remember, he isn't even, like, an experienced leader. Remember, like, his father was in charge.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, his father was in charge. He never had time to lead. He only became the de facto leader because his father died. Like, he should have, like, almost as much experience as Liz, because even though he got put in charge, he went into isolation immediately. He went into hiding.
I will argue though that, like, the difference is that he was raised in the castle, so, like, he probably was, like, you know, groomed to be a leader from the very early age. So he probably has, like, more education on that.
Yeah, and he probably listened to the people that were educating him.
True. I mean, that's isn't that also, like, very like, because, like, this stylize it for, like, very, like, you know, Asia, for very, like, Japanese and Chinese and so on. Like, wouldn't it also make sense that he would be, like, more respectful to people teaching him?
Yeah, for sure.
Because he is, like, I don't know if I would go as far as honorable, but, like, he is respectful. He is respectful towards people. So, like, I feel like that's kind of, like, you know, maybe, like, part of his personality / culture kind of thing, where Liz is, like, very, like, independent, and, you know, she's just gonna do things because she wants to. Soon we shall see if Asahi is true to his word. If not, I will be glad to cut out that silver tongue of his. Hold your horses, lady. He's not.
That's very brutal. That's very.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I mean. She just switched, like, oh, so we should kill him. I'm like, no, that's not what I said. It's like, that's exactly my problem with this. It's like they, like, it feels like a lot of the characters just want to jump instantly to the other side.
Yeah. If what you saw of the ambassador is an indication of his true nature, this prisoner exchange may not be what it seems. In fact, I'm beginning to wonder if your encounter with the Red Kojin was more than mere happenstance.
I mean, if you remember, that's why I said that.
Yeah, we already said that they left it open to the idea that they were paid off. And that was staged.
Which it could be.
I'm willing to accept what Yugiri said, because she's literally an assassin. Like, she's like that's her job. So that's like, so I'm forgiving that, like, her approach is very direct like that. Like, it's fine. As long as you don't actually take that action. Like,
yeah, she's an assassin, but also I feel like, here's the sad part of it. When she was first introduced in Heavensward, that's when she was introduced, right? Or was it's still Reborn? Regardless.
I think it might have been Realm Reborn post patch.
Yeah,
actually.
But regardless, when she was introduced, she seemed very mature, like very like she was like the leader of her people, and she was like wanted to do right by them and stuff, and like she was like leading the shinobi as well. Like she seemed very mature. But as we entered Stormblood, she seems very emotional suddenly. Like she's like, oh my god, they did this. Oh, they did this. They should just pay for this, and I'm gonna strike Xenos myself. Like she seems way more emotional and not mature at all.
Yeah, they. You could argue that they changed her character. I would say that. Like it's similar to we spoke about another character in a similar way where, like, you could argue retcon or like they just reveal more of the character over time. Regardless, like the direction of the character was changed to make her be more this way. Where originally her character wasn't written in such a way, but like they've decided now that you're spending more time with Yugiri, like this is now the kind of like character that she's going to portray.
Yeah, because originally she was like very mature, and you know she seemed more like planning ahead and stuff. Like she was still like a bit lost in it. Like you could tell that like she was kind of thrown into it, and like she wasn't meant to be like a leader of her people or anything. But like she still like seemed more level-headed, and now she just wants to stab anyone that wronged her.
Yeah. We already spoke about we spoke about this with Yugiri last time, because if you remember, we had this conversation about her backstory being quote unquote retconned because of her heritage. Like they in the beginning they had no indication that she was different, but she came from under the sea, right? Like they from underwater. Like they revealed that technically she wasn't like raised Doman, she was like raised in isolation. And she later was like exposed to the Doman people. Like it's like they changed that about her backstory. I say they changed, like they revealed that, but again, it is them changing.
But it feels different from the character that we knew.
Yeah, because there was no indication of that previously, right?
Also, Soko said he went dreadful Dango, irredeemable. Now I understand why Soko hates him. It's because of Dango.
True.
I mean, Soko loves Dango, so clearly that's the biggest offense.
But it's a shame that at least so far they're continuing that trend with Yugiri's character. Like whoever is in charge of writing this, like they haven't changed that.
I am actually still upset. I want my RPG in my RPG, you know? Let me roleplay my character. I made my character. I can make them whatever I want them to be. Boy, it's this guy again.
Let's say.
I don't envy Lord Hien. So much rests on his decision.
Since we have naught else to attend to at the moment, perhaps this would be a good opportunity to look into the present state of Garlemald. Though I should probably speak with Tatar first.
Oh yeah, remember how Alfino spent all of Sion's money?
True.
He's about to get a scolding. Welcome back, Mielikka. We heard the good news about Gosetsu. I knew you'd find him.
Hancock. My. Seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured that you will be the first to know of it. We have link pearls.
Why
Why
are
are
we
people sending letters around?
What? Okay, screw the liquor business. Why are we sending letters to Hancock? Why does the East Aldenal Company get to see our letters? I am very concerned.
Makes no sense.
Yes, of course. We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office.
About that, I wish to apologize, Tataro. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds.
I thought he's gonna say that he's gonna be drawing and like selling his drawings. Shame. He would probably earn a good coin for that. He's supposedly good. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Soroban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Mielikka should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Why are you so evil, Tataro?
Forgive me, Light. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Riol and his associates have heard something of the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Heian had the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster. What? There's no indication he's a monster. Why?
Writers, stop this! Stop this! He's a person! Respect him. He's a person. I will defend him. He will probably end up to be the big bad of the post-patch, but I will defend him. He's a person and he has the right to react the way he does because of what he knows. You know, he has different perspective than we do.
We must play his game for now.
I would be so sad when they actually turn him into the monster. Cause that will be tragic. I already have an inkling.
I think we're about to get some.
Okay.
I was hoping for some voice acting. Nope.
Who needs voice acting for the scenes?
Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Now we're gonna fill the prisoners with bombs. We're gonna.
I mean, yeah, they probably will do something like that. Like they're gonna make him like pure evil, and I think that's lame.
Yeah. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. No shot is happening so soon.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes, we were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, As you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
So, on a scale from 1 to poisoning Sultana, how disappointed are you?
No, I already knew this. Like I told
Yeah.
you, like I already knew this was the case when they revealed the backstory of Zuko. Like immediately, that's why I said it. Immediately, I was like, no, yeah, Xenos is alive, like 100%. Like
Yeah. it's
again, like
just-
this is as I said, like this reeks of whoever's writing this just hard disagrees with the previous writer. And like that's why I made reference to like Star Wars before. Like this is just a conflict of like creative decisions between the writers in Final Fantasy. Like there's no unity amongst the writers. There's no like plan. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I hate that. Like,
Yeah,
as in,
I agree. Yeah.
As in, I feel like I almost want to say that people writing fan fictions do a better job at as in, like, specific
Yeah.
what I mean is that most, not all obviously, but a lot of the fan fictions that people write will try to make a stories in spaces where they are. So like trying not to change
Yep.
the actual events that happened,
Yep.
but like, you know, fitting like their own narrative in the spaces that are left empty. And that's what I expect from a writer who like takes over a project,
Yep.
like assuming it's a different person. If you take over a project, then you're like,
It is.
okay, so this is the base I have to work with. How do I like weave my narrative from the base that I have? Like even the base may not be good, but you can still turn it into like an interesting story. But instead, when someone comes, it's like, yeah, I don't like this. We're gonna redo all of it. And like, what's the whole point?
Yeah, I agree. It's like I understand why this is happening. I understand, but it's just very messy. It's very unprofessional. It's very just poorly done, and it's not the first time it's happened in Final Fantasy. As you said, same thing happened with the Sultana. The exact same thing. I said at the time, it's just whoever took the reins of Heaven's Ward after Realm Reborn just disagreed with the decision
See?
made by the initial writer in Realm Reborn, and they just like quote unquote retconned it, right? They just disagreed to the point where they just try to write it out, and it's just being poorly done.
See,
right?
the thing is though, even though like that was still a retcon that's, you know, a bit upsetting, I am more okay with the Sultana because she was poisoned and you can like play it around. It's like, oh, like they were able to like heal her or whatever. Like you can play around with like the physical condition, but we saw Xenos die. We were there, present, and the people who are with us would have had his body. That's the problem I have, that there are two like two very clear obstacles there to actually be like, no, yeah, he's fine.
No, you know what's gonna be? There's gonna be a line that says, you see the fabric of his clothes.
Yes.
They're gonna have the same line they had
Yes,
for Azula.
the
where
fabric
it's
of
like,
his clothes that he didn't have
yeah,
on his
yeah.
neck stopped the sword that he
Yeah.
used himself.
It
yes.
did. Yeah.
And obviously
like-
he knew that. That's why he did it. So it was all like,
Exactly.
theater.
Exactly.
His skin is actually metal.
No, his sword is actually, it's like a rubber sword.
That's why he wasn't able to fight us. That's really truly why. That's why he likes swords so much, because he has his special ones.
Thank you for the follow, Maya. Thank you, by the way. But yeah, it's again, like we've seen it before, and it's just, it happens in media every now and then. It's just, as you said, it's really poorly done. As you said, like you expect writers to try to do the best they can to weave their story in to make it the most sense as possible, to make it as most cohesive. Otherwise, it just ruins the immersion, right? It just takes you out of the story, and just it starts to make you think these like meta. Think a little bit too meta, which just takes you like out of
Yeah,
the
you
story
don't think
itself,
about the
right?
story as a story because like those events are too improbable to happen.
Yeah, and you start thinking of it more as like decisions made by a person.
Not even that. Again, like I bring it back to like what I said, the Dragon Ball problem. Nobody really dies except the the ones that the writers just decided that they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like the death doesn't mean anything because 2 patches later somebody may decide that they're just back.
Yeah. They didn't think good. They didn't want to bring back Pabalimo though. They just
Nah, Pabalimo was dead.
yeah. Killed him off.
Pabalimo is dead because they didn't want to write for a Lalafell, Like Lalafells are only for comedic relief here. Or for being evil. Like good Lalafells don't happen in this world apparently.
True. That all counts as one of the evil ones. She's
Yeah, no, Tataru is on the evil side, that is true.
Yeah. True.
We know
No,
that.
yeah,
Like
it
with the way she looked at us, she clearly is on the evil
No,
side.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So did you see Tataru's look? The way she looked at us?
Yeah, she's got some deleji, blood in her.
I don't think that's far. I don't think that's far, but she is plotting her own things.
So yeah, it is disappointing. We'll see. I'm sure there's gonna be a line. There's gonna be a line at some point. We'll see what it's gonna be. We'll see if he's got like some Garlean fabric. We'll see if
Yes, the Garlean
like
fabric.
the way in my mind the way that it makes the most sense is that because he infused himself with Ralger, because he infused himself, maybe now he's like actually part like primal, he's part like ethereal, so like he can like be like reformed.
Yeah, that's what I said, that they like just sucked out the ether of the primal and just were able to reconstruct him back in Garlemald.
Yeah, like that would have to be the line. Like that's gonna have to be the thing that you'd have to stretch to make the most sense.
And we already know that like they can play with ether because they did the whole like echo business. So like we already know that like they don't like just have machines like for machine things, but they actually can play with the ether itself.
Yeah, like there's like you can write it in. We'll see if they do. They should. It's like the easiest thing to write in, but we'll see. But yeah. Like as I was saying before, right now I'm just most curious as to how they're going to use the character. For me, it's just like with Azula, where hey, if you're going to bring back a character, it has to be for a reason, and it would make no sense to bring him back just to kill him in the post patch, right? Like there has to be the character itself has to achieve a little bit more, if not even just survive the expansion and make it into Shadowbringers. But we'll see. It's possible that the only reason why Xenos is alive is so that they can flesh out. Yeah, is not. I mean, not even for $4 2.0 for Zuko. It could be just for Zuko, just to flesh out that character and their relationship, and experience a little bit more of Garlemald through their eyes, and then kill him off after that. But we'll see.
You know what's gonna happen. Asahi is gonna try to impress everyone in Garlemald by doing his amazing evil things, he's gonna be so proud of himself, and then Xenos arrives and he's gonna be like, look, Lord Xenos, I did all of these things while you were gone, look how good I am at things, and Xenos just kills him.
That would be disappointing, but it's possible. It's possible.
That's a feeling I just got. that
also, if you
because the way they portrayed like Asahi was like, he was like literally like worshipping Xenos, like he was just so amazed by him. I have a feeling that's gonna be a thing where like Xenos just kills him, like disregards him, whatever.
I think it'd be interesting if that like the problem is, as you said, like in my mind, this is meant to be $4 2.0, but the reality is that $4 had a different relationship than what they're portraying from Zuko, right?
Yes,
like,
exactly.
This feels a little more one-sided, whereas with $4 there was like a mutual
respect, which was what was interesting again, and they took it away because they cannot they cannot go back to that now.
No, they can try, as in there's a world where, not in this patch, but in 4.3 or 4.4, they make it so that Xenos comes back for $4. He comes back. He finds out that she's alive. He comes back for her. Like that. They can still do that. They can still write that in.
Why would he do that though?
Because she still has the echo. Like she still has, like that operation went through. She's alive. Like she still has value because of that, right? Inherent value. So they can still bring it back to $4. They can still do that. I think they have to. Like otherwise, why bring back Xenos? What do you mean?
Because they make $4 like, you know, slowly turn into Alamigan people, like actually trying to help.
Or maybe they do. Maybe they do. He brings her back. He thinks that she's gonna help them, and then she turns on him.
Yeah, that's. I'm afraid that's what they want to do, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like not at this point.
It's but yeah, like I said this in the very beginning when they first teased the idea that he would be alive, and now that they've confirmed that he's alive, I do want to remind people that one of the other reasons why he's alive is because the writers did not know what to do once they killed him. like they did not have a plan. That obviously we try to emphasize that clearly, like, there was no plan, there was no structure for the story of this expansion. They're doing it on the fly. They're just making decisions for the patch then and there. Like there was no planning, and they did not plan what to do after they killed Xenos for the Guardians. They just didn't plan it. They just didn't plan it. They just didn't know what to do.
They gave this guy, I think that's like, actually
full
true,
reins, and then
because
he's like, I will bring it back.
Because if you remember when Gaius died, we got like a whole like insight into the Empire was going on there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So that means that that was part of the story, that like because Gaius died, like this and this and this happened in the Guardian Empire.
Yeah, and it's very clear. Like I said it because it's. I think it's clear. Like they just didn't have a plan. They just didn't know. And from patch to patch, it's just further confirming that they're just doing it off the fly, like off the cuff, on the fly. But we'll see, because I'm hopeful that that's about to change. I'm hopeful that starting from this patch, now it's going to be a little bit more structured, and that the next patch will flow better. But we'll see. We'll see if it's jarring and it's passed to a different pair of hands and it's different again. Like it's, like I want to believe that now they're settling down on who's in charge of the writing, but they might change it again. They might just like switch hands again.
You say that, but I just look. They already disappointed me with this story, because I genuinely feel bad for Asahi, and I want my character to show that like I almost wanted to have an option to just say, I don't despise you, I don't dislike you, like I don't blame you for who you are.
Yeah.
I may not like what you do, but I don't blame you for who you are.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see, because they might push his narrative.
I think they will. I think they will actually make him a monster to like justify what the characters have been saying. Which again makes me very sad, because he had the potential to be a very interesting character. And again, he does not have to become our friend. We can stay enemies, but we can like respect each other.
Now, one thing that I am concerned about, and we'll see how this writer interprets things. The one thing that I'm concerned about is that they they made the decision. This writer made the decision not to kill Azula. I'm concerned that they have their own thoughts on her, and it's very possible that the writer downplays or wants to downplay what she's done, and might try to place her in a better light than her brother. We'll see. Like we'll see kind of what they decide like narratively here, but like that's the impression that I'm getting.
From the
Obviously they're
conversation.
trying, like obviously right now like they're trying to make her like this more innocent girl because she has brain damage. But it's possible that the way that they're writing it, they want to shift like your animosity to her brother instead, and make you forget about what she did.
I think so, because he literally says, "I hope you remember the woman you were." So it sounds like he likes what Yotsuyu did, and like it almost sounds like he wants, like it almost sounds like he has some kind of power over her and like wants to use her.
Yeah.
Which again annoys me, because he would be a more interesting character if he genuinely like believed in that like what he's doing is right, and like, you know, he just was raised on the other side of the conflict.
Yeah. Like that line makes it sound like maybe they were very similar, like him and his sister. That he didn't dislike the kind of person that she was.
Yeah, it makes me sad. But again, I keep pointing it out. Like, it makes me feel sad. It doesn't make me feel angry, which is how they try to portray my character feeling. That like she's like angry that like what he said is like she's like sad that like he's aggressive towards her. No, like she's just sad for him. Like she sees a tortured soul and she cannot help.
Let's say.
Whatever Asahi is planning, we cannot let him have his way. After all Lord Hien has done, the Empire cannot be suffered to hinder Doma's restoration.
More often than not, it seems opportunity is warranted to come knocking when the signs are about. So long as you and yours remain here in Kugane, I'm certain a profitable venture will present itself.
Why are we keeping you here? I will replenish our coffers, you wait and see. If all goes planned, we will recoup the cost of Gosetsu's blade 10 times over.
Now, before we speak to Afino, do you want to continue this quest line, or do you want to go and speak to Soroban? Because it feels like we are leaving that quest behind, and whatever Soroban had planned sounds like is injected here.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Let's leave. Afino, we speak later.
Yeah, Alfie, you just stay put. Just make sure Hanko doesn't stab you, okay? Watch your back.
Because if you remember, Soroban, he wanted to speak to us, and we like abandoned him on the beach.
Yes, we did.
And it sounds like what he wanted to speak to us about is maybe already happened in the story, like based on what that was saying.
I think so, but I think it's fine if we check it first.
Okay.
So hello, Sokka. I would say the new outfits you have are very rosy. It's interesting. Because there's a bunch of new outfits.
Oh yeah, that's the new gear. That's the new the new level 100 gear.
There's a lot of roses in it.
Yeah, I was looking at it, and it's like very like Valentine-y. It's like very pink and white. Very pink and white.
I mean,
like the sets for all the classes.
Are they like this by default?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the classes are pink and white, and they're all like love hearts and like flowery and stuff.
It's very interesting.
I don't know the context as to why, but for 7.4 for this patch, like all the level 100 gears.
I mean, it looks pretty,
pink and white.
Yeah, it's a very interesting vibe.
Sometimes context makes sense figure, sometimes not. Don't worry about that. Okay.
I mean, fair enough.
Okay. I assumed it has something to do with the story, but yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah,
Hello,
sorry,
Soroban. You've been here for like a month.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to talk to you.
Soroban is about to present you with a proposition that would be a fool to refuse. And you can see Tataro there. Like again, like it sounds like this already happened in the story. Because Tataro was making reference to it. Ah. You would know more of my venture. Excellent. I should be glad to tell you all I know. Though perhaps it would be easier to let our anonymous clients speak for his or herself. Here, their missive.
Anonymous clients? Huh?
For the Ruby Sea, and for all who call her home, we seek the aid of the warrior, who laid low the Lord of the Revel. But first we bid him make haste to Hell's Lid, and quell the Oni that dwell in its deepest depths. Should he succeed in this test, we shall speak of the true endeavor, and consummate reward. Is this like Red Kojing Extreme?
Maybe.
Or hard, maybe. Strange proposal, though it must be noted that they knew both of your deeds, and of our part of them. The Red have no love of trickery, so I doubt it a trap of theirs. And should this client have honest intentions, then for the sake of these warders, it may behoove us to engage them further. As for the test, enclosed with the missive was a magic dagger, along with instructions as to how it may be used to open a hidden passage into the depths of Hell's Lid. Should mention that this dagger is old and exceedingly valuable, that our client was willing to entrust it to us without a guarantee of our cooperation bespeaks considerable wealth, and more importantly, considerable reward. If you're willing to undertake that trial, I shall journey to Hell's Lid, and prepare to open the path. But given the financial incentive, I think it for the best if I went and fetched Mr. Statero. Wait for us then. Oh, is she gonna lead the dungeon?
And then you watch Soroban get on a boat and slowly paddle towards Kugane.
Look, if there's money on the line, there's nothing that will stop that, though.
I mean, yeah, she's gonna just swim, without a boat. Just herself.
Yeah. Yep.
What is it actually, what is it called in English when you just swim, without a boat, you just swim? What is it called?
So it's called swimming?
Yeah, but is it just swimming? It's just like cross a river swimming?
Yeah, cross the river.
Okay.
Swimming.
Okay.
Swim through a river.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a specific word for it in Polish, so I was looking for one in English, but I guess there is none.
Yeah, it's called swimming, yeah.
I guess the thing is that because swimming as a verb can be used for a boat in Polish. Like, it's different from sailing, but it can be used for a boat, so I guess that's why we need a separate word for swimming personally.
In Polish, the boats swim.
They do. They do, actually. They can sail, but they swim.
Destination.
Hope you haven't been waiting long, Mielikka. Huh?
It's an interesting outfit to have right outside a volcano.
I know, right? She looks like she's ready for adventure.
My apologies for the delay. I thought it best to explain everything to Mrs. Statero on the way.
Honestly, all he had to say was he'd found a way to make up for Alfion's obscene expenditures. No matter how reckless or dangerous the scheme, if it balances the ledger, I'm all for it. So, there's a bunch of monsters living beneath us. What kind of place is this?
Well, according to the ancient legend, Hell's Lid is where the hero Tenzin defeated a host of Oni. Oni, were foul, evil beings that tormented the people of Ruby Sea. And this island was home to many, until Tenzin, together with the four lords, drove the Oni into the sea. For his heroic deeds, Tenzin was showered with riches. He then journeyed deep into the mountains, far from the realms of men, and lived in solitude with his companions, happily ever after.
And now Mielikka is being asked to drive the Oni away again?
You misunderstand. What I told you was a fairy tale. To the best of my knowledge, no one has ever seen an Oni. If anything, many assume the tale refers to ancestors of the Kojin.
So, what you're saying is that you've got no idea what's waiting for us down below. In that case, I leave this to the experts. If you need me, I'll be hiding behind that rock, or they.
Ah. By experts, I presume she means you and your adventuring companions. I do hope you are not counting on me to join you in the fight.
Not really. I'll just go solo.
Hell's Lid now accessible.
There you go.
So, would you like to adventure into a volcano with us?
Sorbonne has something to say. Ah, Soko is ready.
So, hello, sensationalist.
Yeah, hello.
It's a very cute shark.
It is a cute shark. It's from the thingy. What is it called? Marvel Rivals?
Ah, it's a shark.
It is a cute shark, I will say. I know nothing of Marvel Rivals, but it is a cute shark.
I only know it from the Carbot animations. Looks rather hot in there. I hope this isn't a bad idea. Okay, Duty Finder. Dungeons. Hell's Lit. Having found themselves in a somewhat dire financial straits, the Sons of the Seventh Dawn are on the lookout for profitable ventures. Fortuitously, one appears to have presented itself, an anonymous missive from an individual seeking the aid of the warrior who laid low the Lord of Revel. But before they would divulge the details, they would put your abilities to the proof. To wit, you are to venture into the hidden depths of Hell's Lid, a volcanic island once home to a host of Oni, at least according to ancient legend.
I'm glad I got this emote just for this moment.
It is quite, I mean, this is a volcano.
It is a volcano.
Have a look at your gear. Okay, you've got the love heart weapon. I was looking at this in the Marcode board the other day.
Ah. That is very... What is happening? Like, are we going Sailor Moon? This guy gives me very magical girls kind of vibe.
Now the MSQ takes us to become the next Valentino.
Ah.
Okay. Gonna be the next Saint Valentine.
This is kind of good. Like, it's not necessarily my vibe, but I like the way it's designed.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail, a lot of work put into it.
Yeah, a lot of detail, but like even the general like shape, like you can actually see her waistline, and like she has like this little thingy here. You know, I just fashion sense, okay? You know, fashion sense. Yeah, it is a magical girl, you said.
Yeah.
It does feel that way.
Hell's Lid.
Does look kind of hot. Your bow is covering your face.
Book.
Oh, book, my bad.
Yes.
But it's covering
It's
your
because I have a
face.
new book. The previous book was smaller. The new one is it's too big.
What now?
Oh, wait, okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's just jump, I guess.
We're passing through the narrow sea.
Yes. Of lava. Don't worry about
We
it.
are Moses.
Don't think about this too much.
I mean, it's a nice visual.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. What is this? There's something ominous above.
I need to stop standing near him.
What is this for?
Do I want him to go to the horn? Oh.
I don't think we do.
Is that a good or a bad? Oh look, there's like a big ferret. Do you see it?
Yeah. It's nice, they're naked.
Ah, no.
Quickly cover up. Running away. Hello.
Oh, it's the ferret.
It's not exactly a ferret, but
Not anymore, I bet.
Guess you do want to move with this guy. Kill the ferret. We're falling. Ooh, pretty.
That's an appa.
I like the blue lighting. I really, yeah, it's nice. In case anybody doesn't know yet, I do like color blue. sitting. Yeah, this place is nice. Oh, what are these? Which one first?
Technically the other one. Oh, cutscene.
Ah.
It's an old turtle.
Hello.
Can barely stand without his walking cane.
I mean, we trespassed on his place, I'm afraid. Remember how the guy was supposed to be there just, you know, forever? So maybe that's him. He was just living there peacefully in his retirement. We just stepped in. Keep pressing the wrong button. Does that mean? Are we supposed to be far away from this? Yes. Okay. Okay. What's he doing now? Ow. I can't target it.
I didn't get. I was trying to limit break the entire time.
Ah.
I didn't realize that I had to target it. Ah, we beat the old man.
Yeah, poor old man.
Ah.
Ah.
Oh no, never mind.
Ah. That's adorable.
That has to be a minion drop chance.
Yes.
Has to be.
Yes. It has to be. I already have 2 of those though. Anything interesting around? Hold on. Oh, you can't
I don't see any
leave.
treasure.
Ooh. It's a pretty place though.
Oh, look, see, there he is. Look, he's on the ground.
Ah,
Ah.
why is Fluffy? Someone flip him.
Ah.
Someone flip the turtle.
Poor
Trying
turtle.
so hard. Someone flip him quickly.
Oh no, I just DC'd.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Does that mean I have to redo it?
No, I don't think so. I think it will just reload here. Yeah, Soko also has the DC mark. So maybe the server is dropping again. I'm just gonna wait here. I'm not gonna leave.
Yeah, shame if 3 dots.
Yeah, Soko is saying we should be able to just hop into the... Yeah, like if you don't take too long, you should drop back into the duty. It's fine.
If we don't take too long.
It shouldn't be that bad. And I'm still in game, so I guess my node wasn't affected.
Yeah.
Oh, now I was disconnected. I guess it took a bit longer for me. Soko sent screenshots in our Discord of Asahi being very threatening. That does look pretty funny, I will say.
Oh, I think some things are broken here.
Oh. What do you mean?
Hopefully everything's okay. I will wait with the turtle.
Yeah.
He's trying. Hello, Saka. The turtle is trying to get back up.
Poor turtle, somebody flip him already.
Yeah.
155 left. I'm gonna be there. But yeah, I tried to look up some like threads on like either Reddit or like the Final Fantasy forums about the servers, and apparently the problem is that some nodes in America are just not very good, so they fall very easily, and that affects like everyone because of it. That's apparently that's what people like came to the conclusion to. I don't know if that's what's causing it.
Yeah, I looked it up, and there seems to be a lot of the negativity is directed to Square, which is kind of weird. A lot of people are blaming them for not having secure servers and secure nodes instead of instead of attributing blame to the people that are actually doing like the DDoS attacks, which is kind of weird. But that seems to be where a lot of like the anger is being directed towards.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back to the flipped up turtle. Somebody save him. He's trying so hard.
He is. He's trying hard. Look at him go.
Poor thing.
Yeah, poor turtle. Let's go.
Hopefully we flip him in the cinematic.
They're still there. Ah. Are we actually gonna flip him?
Flip him. Do it.
Perhaps we should turn him right side up. He's like your ancestor.
Don't say so. Like just do it.
Ah.
The turtle is the size of Tataru, by the way. Just want to point it out.
Is,
and we're leaving her
it's
to
like
do
big,
it.
It's bigger than her. Oh
Yep.
god.
Just flopped. Aw, poor turtle. The heck?
Oh look, there's the ferret.
Yeah, there's a lot of creatures there. They're all tiny.
We are the spirits of Christmas past.
Yes, pretty much.
Oh. Marvelous, a marvelous performance. Truly marvelous. But then you did best, the Lord of the Revel. Or did the turtle write the missive? So
Yes. And he also probably did it because he was bored and wanted to invite us here.
by the kami, a talking turtle.
You don't say so, Raban. I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Oh, I trust you'll forgive me for my deception. To something of a far eastern tradition, the testing of strength and so forth. Bit rote, perhaps, but anyway, welcome to the Reisen Temple. I am Genbu, guardian of this sacred place, and leader of our little collective.
Collective of cute animals.
Genbu? The self-same Genbu of the Tale of the Henson, one of the four lords. Under normal circumstances, I would assume you are named for the legendary being, but clearly this is anything but normal. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would meet a talking turtle.
What?
Oh, but every one of us here can speak your tongue. Is it truly so surprising? After all, we each have lived more than 1,000 years.
I knew turtles were long-lived, but I had no idea that was even possible.
In this wondrous land of ours, it is said that a beast which lives 1,000 years attains a measure of divinity. This temple is a place where such a species may gather. But take no my word for it. Speak with my comrade and learn their tales, and we will talk of the endeavor after.
We may as well do that. Do what he says. Besides, who knows what valuable secrets some 1,000-year-old animals may know?
Ask us to pet them.
Yes. We will scratch behind
They're
your
like,
ear.
for hundreds of years, we have been deprived of belly rubs.
We have been deprived
Yep.
of opposable thumbs.
No. Okay,
My
over here,
ear
there's Saraban.
has been
Sweet
so
to-
itchy.
Sweet to Saraban.
Okay, hold on, let me get there. Okay.
How much more of the old tales are true? Speak to Inugami. Inugami is my name. Men speak it in hushed tones, mistakenly believing me to be a vengeful spirit that murders indiscriminately. I murder discriminately. Okay.
I see.
There was a time when I killed men by the hundreds, but that was in retribution for the countless creatures they themselves mercilessly slaughtered. It was most deliberate. Oh yeah,
That's
he
it, I want to
literally
say
just said
this.
that he murders, discriminately. Yeah, yeah, that is the correct guy.
Cool. Well done.
In the further back in
There's
the
an
corner.
otter and
That's
a
it. I'm gonna go and see the sacred.
But they don't have like a dialogue, but they speak. Haven't seen you around before. Are you new? Sure I am. I just went through the change. Pretty rare for a rat to live long enough. Rat? I'm an otter, good sir. That was a good
The
one.
little piggy is running around.
Piggy?
I didn't get
see
to see.
Piggy. Where's Piggy?
Yeah, past Saraban.
A Saraban?
Keep going in that direction.
The Oppo. That's it. I'm going to go and see the sacred something. Don't do it. Genbu's gonna put a curse on you. You can't scare me. Look
Follow
at
him.
him go.
Follow him. He goes up. He's like, none shall pass. It's like, I haven't seen the last of me. Hop, 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 hop.
My god, look at that run. It's almost as adorable
He's
as
running.
Chichi.
Venga.
And I'm gonna walk because I just cannot. Ah, look at it. Just this once, please. Set one hoof and Genbu will curse you for 10,000 years. I can't read when you're shaking. It's so hard to read when the creature is shaking.
Yeah.
Okay, who next?
But when it runs all the way back, it has more dialogue. He's
Okay.
like,
Okay.
you wouldn't let me pass. And then the upper was like, of course he wouldn't let you pass. And there you go. And that's it.
Look at it.
Kamaino. Kamaino
Okay,
next.
Kamaino. Kamaino are
Kamaino's
the
at the
guards,
steps.
right?
You'll go no further. The reason should be plain. Beyond lies the prism of Koryu. Were you to damage the wards, we would break free. He would break free, and all would fall to ruin. Okay, so they have someone imprisoned.
Yeah, the Oni.
Let's speak to Kudagitsune.
Who's reading that? Me?
Yeah.
Friend of mine, Tamamo Gozen, once called this place home. Possessed of 9 tails, her power far eclipsed my own. But one day she left to live amongst man. What became of her, I wonder? If you chance to meet Tamamo Gozen, I pray you tell her that we all miss her dearly. Who's next?
I would imagine this questline takes us to her.
Probably.
Next, we'll speak to the Kamaichi, the ferret. It's one of the quest
Kamaitachi.
markers. Yeah. Hey, that hurts. Didn't have to give it everything you had in that fight, you know. I only just went through the change, so it's not like I was gonna slow you down that much. Well, I suppose you didn't know it was all for show, and it was probably really intimidating. Oh, right. You were asking about the collective, weren't you? Let's see. Genbu's the oldest of us. Oldest in the Far East, too, I think. One of the 4 lords. So you can imagine he's much more powerful than regular old Asposis like me. Oh, but you probably knew that already.
I feel like this is one of the characters that just like speaks very fast. And kinda just forgets what he was saying.
Dataro. Dataro.
Don't talk to me, Mielikka. Talk to the cat. Or the weasel. And what does the fox have to say? What does the fox say? Hey.
Noe. I'm Noe. If you ever need someone to call lightning down upon your foes and whatnot, I'm your auspice. Of course, some fairy tales would have you believe I'm something altogether different. A monkey face, a lion's legs, a snake for a tail. Ridiculous. Am I right? Not as bad as that horse with the head and body of a rabbit, to be fair, but still.
Oh my god.
You see the Genbo? Genbo's in the middle. Please, converse with the others. We can speak of the endeavor once you have a greater understanding of who we are. Okay. Speak to Furi.
Who's Furi? Ah.
Yeah.
It's another Bombok. Headed to the surface? Follow me.
Nah.
Be good.
Okay. Senri's the last one, the fat cat.
The blob of a cat.
Give me you.
Judging from the way you and that woman are gulping, I'm guessing you're not from around here. Don't know how it is in your homeland, but here, if an animal manages to survive 100 years, it begins to get ideas. Delusions of grandeur, Some small power, sure, but nothing much to speak of. Survive 10 times that. It just rolls. And you become a full-fledged auspice, though. Speech, magics. It's quite a change, believe me. Which is why we call it the change. What? I never said it was something clever. Anyway, point is, don't let our princess fool you. I could kill you 5 times before you hit the ground. But I won't, on account of me being civil. For now.
Sweet again.
You meet Biako yet? Big old bastard he is, but with a heart like a kitten. But don't tell him I told you that.
I'm in the cutscene. Tell when you're ready.
Okay.
Now that you have a greater understanding of who we are, I shall tell you of the rather thorny predicament we now face. The divinity of we auspices manifests in a myriad of ways. For example, I possess clairvoyance, and with my preternatural power have I seen a vision of the Ruby Sea, of Yanjia, of Hingashi, subsumed by roaring flames. This is no distant future, I fear, and if we are to avert it, we must needs enlist the assistance of an exemplary warrior, one such as he who faced the Lord of Revel and lived.
What should we do? What should we do?
Fear not, little one, for I have a plan. But to understand it, you must first understand the duality which lies at the heart of real species. The Aramitama, the primal rage, the Nigimitama, the boundless calm. These elemental forces comprise the soul of an auspice, and it is only when they are in balance that we are truly ourselves. Alas, over great spans of time, or when caught in the midst of tumultuous events, this balance may be disrupted, and the soul may be divided. An auspice overcome by the Aramitama is a wild, feral thing, all the more dangerous for the divinity. Calamity and catastrophe invariably follow. Tremors and floods, which destroy men's works. Species can bring about these natural disasters. How frightening. Perhaps. But you must remember that there are auspices who delight in aiding the peoples of these lands. Auspices who may have even wreaked havoc in the past. Recall you the tale of Tenzin and the Four Lords.
The one Serban told us before, about the samurai and the auspices who drove the Oni from the island into the sea.
Just so. Yet I fear his accounting of the events is not quite accurate, for it was not Oni we in Tenzin cast out from this place, but an auspice. An auspice with the power to move heaven and earth, Goryu. Wholly consumed by the Aramitama, he stoked the flames in this island's heart until it very nearly erupted in a fiery maelstrom. Tenzin led us in battle against our mad brother, and together we sealed him in this temple. But as the truth of the tale fade from memory, so too do our wards weaken, I fear. Should Koryu break free, he may well finish what he began, and ensure my vision of flames comes to pass.
So, long story short, you want Mielikka to give you this Koryu, what for, when he wakes up?
I should think not. His accomplishments notwithstanding, it would be foolish for any mortal to face Koryu without proper assistance, to wit that of the Four Lords. Regrettably, I am not the young auspice I once was, and to make matters worse, my 3 compeers have nearly succumbed to the Aramitama. Kami forfend. 3 of the Four Lords have gone mad. The Ruby Sea is doomed.
I guess Servan is the pessimist.
Nearly. Alas, in marshalling their strength to retain control, they are unable to commit their powers to the preservation of the wards, holding Koryu in his prison. And now that you have full and complete understanding of the situation, we may at last discuss your pardon of this, warrior. I would have you and your comrades face mine in battle, and to quell their raging Aramitama. What say you? The first one.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, sure, I guess. If that's what you want.
Oh, you're an intriguing one, aren't you? We are grateful for your assistance. Let us brook no further delay and introduce you to another of the four lords. I informed Byaku of your arrival when you first entered our domain. He should be returning any moment now. Come.
Yeah, remember the fat cat was talking about Byako.
Ah, it's a big boy. Again. Don't be shy. He doesn't bite. Not without cause, at the very least. Tataro.
He's quite a bit bigger than the other animals, isn't he?
Ah, a magnificent coat of fur that shimmers as snow, as befits Byaku, the white tiger of legend. Ah, old friend, the day of reckoning draws nigh. The words will fail, and Koryu will break free. Before he does, you must quell the raging Aramitama in your soul. This warrior will help. Download his strength, for he has danced with Susano himself. Bold, audacious claim. Yet if Genbu believes it true, the more I look at you, the more of him I see. A similar presence, perchance. A light. Very well. I will bow to my brother's judgment. Wonderful. Then without further ado, I shall bid my comrade relax and surrender to the Aramitama.
What? Here? Now? Won't he go on a murderous rampage?
Oh, wait, yes. That's the point. He'll be reduced to a feral beast. And then it will be Light's, was it? Light's turn to do battle with my brother and help him quell the fury within. But if all of it takes to quell the Aramitama's battle, then why did you not do the same for Koryu? Why seal him away? Because it was too late. As I said, Koryu was wholly consumed by the Aramitama. Naught remained but of the Nigimitama. All that he was forever lost to us. The effort I expend to hold back the fury, I will instead use to safeguard the calm. It is then you must act. But know that if you fail, it will only hasten my fall. My soul is in your keeping, Light. Do you understand?
I will beat you up.
Now let us quit this place. Genbu may not mind the chaos, but if I am to wager my everything, I prefer to do so in the land of my birth. To look on those familiar wilds with eyes that may soon belong to another. When you return to the island, look for Fruity. He will guide you back here. Given the circumstance, perhaps it is best that we stay here. Would that be acceptable? Oh, Soraban, was it? Be at ease. I have a task for you and your excitable urchin. Follow me.
Urchin? Did the tiny talking turtle just insult me?
Ah, no.
Oh no. He screwed it up now. We don't want
Next
the
time
wrath.
we see the turtle, he's going to be on his back.
Yeah, he's gonna be on his back, exactly. He's gonna be laying on the ground. Do we talk to
It's
them?
like a little sparrow.
Sparrow, where?
It's near where the tiger was initially. Do you see in the corner?
Hold on.
You can chase it. It's like, I hate man-fools, and then flies away. And then you can chase him.
Handful. Let's go. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you. I already caught up to you. What is Toke? Yes.
And then that's it. Then it just goes back and then resets.
Ah. There should be an achievement for that, for doing silly things. Okay, who do we talk to?
Sodaman. I do wonder what he will ask of us. Kenbo. No doubt you'll succeed. Tataro.
I would go with you if I could, believe you me, but it seems we're needed here. Best of luck to you, Mielikka.
Guess we go up.
Up?
Yeah, we speak to Footy. Send us out.
That way. Ori. Ori is the name of a game with a really good soundtrack.
Why? We're going to Yanxia. Yes. Backo. Ah, we are here. My earliest memories are not pleasant. From birth I was shunned by man and beast alike, for my snow-white fur marked me a harbinger of doom. Cast out and hunted, I struggled to survive. But I endured. I grew older, wiser, and one day I resolved to protect this place and those that call it home. For in spite of everything, it was mine as well. In time, they came to see me as a guardian instead of a demon. And yet, for all I have done to rise above the beast within, I may fall to madness and become the sum of their fears. Have faith.
Yeah, like the second one is not like encouraging.
Yeah.
You will not fall. I believe in you. I don't know you, but I believe in you.
Such confidence from one so young. But as age in and of itself does not confer wisdom, nor does youth go hand in hand with hubris. I warn you, for centuries has my Anmitama grown and festered. Hold nothing back, for I will not. Warrior, the time has come for you and yours to make ready. May the Kami grant you strength to save my soul.
Do you think after we beat him, he will become small?
He might.
Like, his size actually is, you know, a symbol of his Aramitama.
Yeah, maybe. Be nice. We unlocked... Did we unlock?
There's something.
The Jade Stoa.
Yeah.
At the heart of every auspice is a duality, the Aramitama, the Primal Rage, and the Nigamitama, the Boundless Calm. Byakko of the Four Lords is on the verge of being consumed by his Aramitama. And should this come to pass, he will forever be no more than a feral beast. And so it falls to you and yours to face the legendary Osmus in battle, to quell the madness within and save his soul. Alright, Cooper, do you want to end it here, or do you want to do the trial?
No, let's do the Byakko one.
Okay. Okay, Cooper. Okay, Sokka. Let's go.
Ah. We found a puddle, like children. No, it's raining. Time to jump into puddles.
But yeah, this is gonna lead into. I've seen clips of the Ninetales fight.
Ah, okay. But yeah, like I
gonna be the
think it's good if we do the Byakko one and then finish. So we do it. We finish before the next one.
The what?
I assume there is more than one fight.
There's 3.
Yeah.
Right,
So
there's
so
4
we
lords.
finish this. We finish the Byakko, and then before we go on to the next one, that's when we stop. Although this is a
We'll
big,
do this.
this is a big
we'll
party.
hand it in next time.
This is a big party.
It's a trial. Trials are usually this big.
We'll see if we get a good QE. 'Cause I don't know if it's time.
Alright, I have an orchestral roll.
True. We did get some orchestral. Also, for those who look forward to more content on our channels, tomorrow we're starting something else. Well, continuing something else.
Yeah, tomorrow we should be going live with some Divinity.
Yeah. A very different kind of playthrough, so get ready. Come on, Tank. You can do it, Tank. Ooh. Lost the tank. Let's go. Pool party.
Jade Star.
It begins. Receive of me my fury, children of man, and quell it!
Give us a black and red tiger. Gee, is he naked? Oh my god.
Well, I am not seeing it yet. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. That's not what I expected, but sure. Why is he humanoid exactly?
There is no turning back! Steel yourself!
He holds me. He's holding me. Ah, he smacked me into the ground. That's lovely.
It's gonna leg sweep.
Oh, start getting some on this.
Twofold is my wrath, twice cast my foes!
Okay. Well, it's close to him, so I guess I should be close to him.
All creation trembles before my might! Behold, fury given fall!
Okay.
They're gonna be quick time.
My wrath is a ceaseless torrent!
Oh, we can actually fly. Dodge. That's fun. I didn't make it. Oh no. I'm not a good flyer. Lizards are not meant to fly. Oh, this is a pretty fun game. Ow. I'm glad the carbon core isn't stunned.
To ashes with you! Impressive! Very well, I shall bring all to bear!
Let's go the drop.
Uh-huh.
Lightning Sear!
Okay. Ooh. It's pretty. Ow. Ow, I was very dumb. I knew exactly what I was not supposed to do and I still did it. Someone heal me, I am so bad.
Lightning Sear!
Ow.
Steel yourself!
Oh, he grabbed me again. Thank you for saving me, Yako.
You're mine.
Accidentally changed direction.
You are stronger than I dared hope.
Is anyone going to limit break?
I will. Fuck it. It didn't kill him. I admit it didn't kill him.
Good job. I didn't turn into a small tiger.
Yeah, I thought he's gonna turn into a baby because he's docile.
Up.
Like, I'm gonna be sore for a month.
There you go. Beat him into passivity. Yako. You are indeed the warrior they say. Though unlike him in many respects. I stand. Easy. 'Twas in another era that we first met, him and I. Long, long before the kingdom of Doma. Told you before of my past, of how I was shunned by man and beast alike for the snow-white fur that marked me as a harbinger of doom. Birth of family and friendship, of home, I wandered the mountains in search of a place to call my own. There I would accept my fate and await the inevitable. But death did not come, for I was unlike my brothers in more respects than my fur. With every century I grew stronger and stranger, monstrous. In turn, what few creatures dared traverse my domain withdrew further and further. Never had I been so alone. And then, one day, I woke to find a man standing before me. Bewildered, I rose and bared my fangs as I roared in rage. Begone, or I shall rend you asunder and feast on your flesh. What fool has the temerity to approach me thus? But the man did not flee. Rather, he stood his ground and said, "This fool is named Tenzin. Ever since he was a child, he spoke the language of beasts." Then you know full well what you stand to lose. Return to your people, or die. But Tenzin threw back his head and laughed. They would kill me if I dared. For fear of my talents, I was banished. A harbinger of doom, they called me. In that instant, all my anger drained away. Tenzin's word had struck at the heart of me. Here was a fellow outcast, cursed by his kin for his very nature. That night, as I listened to his snoring, I realized I found in this man a kindred spirit. Soon after we embarked on a journey together, in the days that followed, we met other solitary souls and aided them as we aided each other. But those are tales for another time. I doubt very much you are willing to stand here in silence while I recount my every adventure with Tenzin. Come, let's return to the temple. Genbu is doubtless eager to learn the outcome of our battle.
Oh, there are other tigers here.
But I think this is why I think both Kata and Silko said that they enjoyed the post-patch. When it comes to post-patch content, I said before I wasn't too fond of the Omega storyline, especially the conclusion. I wasn't too fond of the conclusion of Omega. But I think they were like mainly speaking about these trials, which I believe are a little bit more creative. So it should be 3 of them. It should be the tiger, the fox, and I don't know what the third one is. But I think that's what they were in reference to.
I mean, the fights themselves are fun. They even introduced flying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm pretty sure it's those fights that they're referencing.
Do you want to go for
that
some
same
banter?
creativity was not added to like the Delta Escape and like the Omega stuff.
I mean, it was more like nostalgia in a way, because people who played the other Final Fantasy games and other games, like they knew who the characters were. But it was more straightforward.
Tank died. Oh, I didn't notice. Tank.
Oh, hi.
With that, we are going to be wrapping up for the day.
A quick shout out to Super Kaito.
Oh. Oh my god, yeah, sorry. I love the Four Lords quest from Stormblood. I hope you both have a good stream. Yeah. Hello, Super Kaito. Hello. Sorry, I missed.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure, like, when Super Kaito first started watching your stream, he was like starting the game.
Okay. It's been so long. But yeah, this is a fun quest line for sure.
It seems interesting.
Nice break.
It's very like disconnected from anything else.
It is. It's very disconnected.
It seems fun so far.
I mean, we've spoken about how all the disconnected stuff seems better for it. In Stormblood.
I guess. I am still upset about Asahi. I'm genuinely upset about the whole Asahi thing.
Man that Hank died who didn't accept. Oh, okay. Okay.
See, I think the part of why I am so upset about the Asahi story, like, firstly, obviously because of like the break of immersion thing, where like I cannot decide what my character feels, but secondly, I think it's exactly because he is Zuko, and I was also like very like intense about Zuko, to put it that way, like defending his character and some things that like the writers decided to make him do that he shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
So I think it just like checks out for the type of the character that I enjoy.
Yeah. Sure. We'll see what they do with the character. We'll see. But yeah, with that, we're going to be wrapping up for the time being. We're going to be wrapping up. Again, if you're maybe tuning in for one of the first times, if you want to check out previous Final Fantasy streams, they're all on our YouTube. Yes. Whether it's my perspective or Kuro's perspective, it's all on our YouTube channels. I say all the recent stuff is on my YouTube, because I've been streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So you can see all the Stormblood stuff has been on YouTube for me at least. So if you want to hear our perspective, our opinions, our analysis of the story so far, it has been a mixed bag. It's been very disappointing.
Like Stormblood specifically has been very...
It's been very messy.
Messy, yeah. Messy is the good way to put it.
Yeah, it's been very messy. It's been very... there's another word that I'm looking for. It's been lacking a little unison, like direction, like cohesion.
Yeah.
It feels very...
Feels disorganized.
Yeah, very disorganized, when it comes to like the writing side of things. But I also feel like this 4.2 is the beginning of them reining it in. We'll see if that continues to be the case. In my opinion, it feels like this is the moment where they're like starting to kind of like decide what to do with things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it could change in 4.3. Like they might just pick another. Like I think one of the problems here. I wouldn't be surprised if they're writing 4.3 while they're releasing 4.2, and it's like different teams, like different teams working on different patches, like working on them at the same time. And if that's the case, then we might end up in a situation where like the next patch, then it's like jarring again because they take another direction or something. So like I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I just hope. I mean, there's no hope there. I wish they don't turn Asahi into a monster, but I know that they will.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I think it would make for a much more interesting story if he wasn't, but with how they are directing things right now, I think they will.
We'll see. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. It'll be a while until our next Final Fantasy stream. Currently, I believe our next Final Fantasy stream is scheduled to be next week. Let's see. In over a week, on the 9th of January. At least currently. We might do it on the 8th. I don't know.
We'll see.
I have anything on the 8th of January.
I mean, if you remember, like we have some stuff on schedule, so. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But most likely we'll be back next week. When it comes to tomorrow's stream, we are planning to have a Divinity stream with myself, Kuro, and Yaku. Planning on Divinity, so we'll see if we're able to do that, and we'll see how we're able to reinsert ourselves in the story, because it's been a while. It's been like 4 years or something.
See, I did my homework and I rewatched our entire Divinity playthrough, which is on YouTube. And I made notes and I tried to note every name that we encountered. I did skip some, but I tried to at least write down every name that we encountered, just so we can like search the notes after to remember who the fuck that was.
Let's go. Okay.
And I know what direction we were going towards as well, so that's important, that I actually know what we were supposed to do next episode.
Okay. Well, first things first. Gopa. When was the last time we played Divinity? Was it 2020?
Maybe? I think it would be like 2020. You can probably check, but I think it would be like 2020. Although let's see when it was on my YouTube, like, because obviously I didn't upload it immediately, but it was fairly soon. When was that? Hold on. Where's my playlist? I do have a playlist. That said, I will say that playthrough is very chaotic, so keep that in mind. I hope we can like get a bit more organized this time, because we know a bit more about how to do things. 5 years ago.
I think it was. Yeah, I was gonna say 2019, not 2020, because it was
end
it was
of
before
2019.
COVID.
Yeah, it was end of 2019.
It was before COVID, because part of it you were here.
Yes,
you were in Australia.
yes, yeah. We started when I was in Australia, so it was 20, like, September-ish of 2019, and then we had one more stream later, because the latest episode literally started. We were like, we haven't played for months, we have no idea what we're doing, and then we just stopped.
Yeah.
And also we spent most of that last episode stuck in chairs.
Yeah, so it's like 5 or 4-ish years since the last stream, since the last time we played. So it's been a while. It's been a long time, but finally we have some time to play. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
We do our best.
Do our best.
Whatever to your Warcraft. We actually do have World of Warcraft characters, but we play. When did we play World of Warcraft?
We last played WoW. I think Legion. when whenever Legion released.
I literally
think that
played
was the
for
last
a
time we
month,
played.
and I was like, yeah, that's not for me.
We didn't play. God, the Dragonborn, the Dragon
No, we
expansion.
didn't.
We didn't do that. I think Legion was the last one.
So it was probably like 2019, 2018, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're
something
still
like that.
somewhere on their servers, unless they delete characters that are inactive.
Yeah. But for now, we're wrapping up. We're gonna be wrapping up for today. So again, we should be back playing Final Fantasy next week. Sometime next week. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
Also-
We're back tomorrow with Yaku.
Yeah, Soko saying, gotta wait until next year for Final Fantasy stream. Good God. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Next Final Fantasy stream next year.
Next year. But yeah, happy holidays, happy New Year, everyone, as well. Happy New Year. We'll be back tomorrow for some Divinity.
Yeah. Tune into the chaos, if you dare.
You're awful, Iceland. You're awful. Nowadays, light is the only thing that makes us go, wow. No.
Yeah, make
Best
sure
day
to join
Iceland.
our Discord, and also we do have a special thread in our Discord in case you want to discuss like the events from the stream without spoiling for everybody else. So that's also an option if you're interested. And yeah. So make sure to check that out if you want to. And other than that, we will see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for some Divinity. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.